Hello! Can you guys hear me? Testing, testing. Is this shit on? Hi, everybody! Oh my god. Welcome, welcome. Happy spooky season. We gotta get in the spirit, the spooky spirit, with ass and titties. It's the only thing that makes sense for Halloween, right? I mean, okay, like, just being honest, half of Halloween is people dressing up and being sexy, so I think it's just in character, honestly. This is my favorite season. This is the only holiday that sits in my heart year-round. Some people really like Christmas. Some people really like Easter. Some people have, like, other holidays that I don't know about. This is the holiday that I am always thinking about, non-stop. All day, every year. I'm always thinking about hot ladies in witch outfits. I'm always thinking about people dressed up in freaky little costumes. The best time of year. People eating and doing things they shouldn't be doing. Going out, partying. That's my jam. Modern Halloween is all about the risque. So true. Yeah, exactly. It is all about the risque. NIKKE and Halloween were made to be together. Like peanut butter and jelly. But hello! Hi, everybody! I hope you guys are having a good October so far. I'm having a great one. It just started, but it's going good so far already. I can't really complain. I passed all my exams. That was why I was Mia in September. I was freaking out about these exams for these classes, but the classes aren't too bad, so whatever. I passed them. All good. Hello, Neo. Oh yeah, chocolate milk. Congratulations on being first to the stream today. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm getting all of my little dailies out of the way before we actually get into the event. I mean, you know, ultimately, it is a gacha game. They do expect you to have chores. Exilium dailies? Why does that sound familiar? I can't think of which game that is off the top of my head, but that sounds familiar. Is that an MMO? Oroshi Kieran, welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, Mike Helsing. Hello. Wait, is it Go Gecko? Is that how I say your name? Welcome in. Thank you for the hydrate redeem, by the way. I did hydrate when you redeemed it, but if you don't believe me, I can go ahead and I'll just do it again right now. And thank you for the resub, Jay. It's always a pleasure to see you. Thank you for stopping by and blessing us with your how do I describe that? Erroneous knowledge erodes the mentality. That feels like a poem. I feel like you just came into my stream and wrote art on your resub. Hello, Durian. Hello, hello. Welcome in. I don't know how many people in here are still playing NIKKE, or if anybody is, like, you know, coming back to it for this event or anything like that. But I know absolutely nothing about this event. I have no idea what's happening. I know vaguely what characters are involved in it because they've gotten, like, skins and stuff, but that's it. I have zero idea what to expect. The other collabs before these ones in NIKKE are pretty, like, how do I put this? I found the writing to be a little generic because I mean, they can't make the characters act super out of character, right? Like, they need to match what they act like in the show. So I guess they don't want to push them too hard. But, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the character writing in the other collabs. Like, just my personal opinion. I still think the assets for it are good, though. All the characters look good. I did like the... I guess I did like the Nier one. I liked the Nier one. That one was pretty okay. The NIKKE stream is only to tempt me back, isn't it? Of course! Of course! Listen, I play this game. This isn't just me trying to be, you know, a sponsored Corpa Andy. I play this game every day off stream, okay? I do my dailies. I do my weeklies. I try hard a little in this game, so it's not just me shilling, I swear. Hi, Chieti! Welcome, welcome! Get the water spray heavy. Get the water spray ready. I will say, just like Evangelion, my knowledge of Resident Evil lore is not there. So I'm really curious to see how I'll react to the story. I feel like okay, alright, like I like Jill. I played some Resident Evil. I like Ada Wong, so I'm sure I'll like it. And I love horror. I don't know, I'm like a little concerned that I'm not gonna get the references and stuff. I'm worried that I won't get the writing. I'm nervous. No Girls Frontline. Oh, you're playing Girls Frontline! Okay, that's why it sounded so familiar. I've heard such good things about Girls Frontline. I haven't played it yet, but I hear all the good things about it. I see a lot of the like CGs and the art and stuff. Pretty good looking game. Yeah, the foot gacha. Speaking of foot gacha, this is such good timing to bring this up. I didn't pull on Seed in Zenless, but I ended up pulling Ayuno in Wuwa. I got Miss Thang, Miss Feet herself in Wuwa. To be fair, when it comes to NIKKE, I feel like they're testing the waters. What NIKKE do best is their lore mostly. I agree. Yeah, like I like the lore that Shift Up makes for the actual game. I love it actually. I think the main campaign is really, really good. And I like all of their characters. It's just when they do collabs, I never really feel like the collab characters are acting in character. But I think that's just me because I don't really know the collab characters. Like I haven't played Nier. I haven't watched any Evangelion anime. I barely played any Resident Evil. And I don't know, the Chainsaw Man collab, because I both watched and read a lot of Chainsaw Man. And I don't know, Denji not being there, it just kind of like makes it hard to tell. I don't know, like, I guess Power and Makima just kind of do their own thing anyway, so. I did like Himeno in that collab though. She was really in character. She was just partying the whole time. She was pretty badass. Hi Neve! Welcome, welcome! The NIKKE's Pilgrim events are better than the collabs. I actually 100% agree. I also like, I like their summer events a lot. I think the NIKKE summer events are really, really fun. I don't think there's been a single NIKKE summer event that I haven't liked. And that's like, I mean, even if I didn't even stream this last summer event because I was busy, but like, I was playing that every day off stream. Like, I really, really liked that event. That was a lot of fun. I loved the new characters. I have Dorothy and Eleg on my front page, so. Every Pilgrim has me wedding blankets. I cannot wait for Hansel and Gretel. I know they're gonna be evil, fucked up villains, and I am so okay with it. Hi, Fox! Thank you for the head pats. The head pats, I got them, right? I did, right? I tested it right before stream started. I better be getting my head pats. I do not want to be scammed. I need them. Why did they leave out Denji? Because the game is female characters only. The only male characters are plot characters. There's no playable male characters. I think the only character that's playable that is like technically maybe not a girl is like Pascal from Nier, and that was like a controversial addition to the roster. Should have Guilty when next summer event starts. What about Nines? Wait, Nines? I haven't heard of that. Wait, what's Nines? Am I missing something? NIKKE's a summer game changed my mind. It definitely has the vibe of like hot and hot and heavy during the summer, which is pretty, I mean, pretty accurate. 9S? Wait, 9S, he was present? Oh, I don't know. Is that Nier? I don't know. Is that the guy, the male character, the shorter one? No, he wasn't. I think he was like in the story, but yeah, he was not playable. They gave us A2 and 2B as playable characters, and then Pascal. 2B's partner. Okay, yeah. I'm in the same spot. Well, Chainsaw Man, I never got much into the anime. I got into Stellar Blade, and I loved ReZero, but that's all I followed. Oh yeah, I'm also like, I've only seen the first season of ReZero, and I felt like oh man. I liked the ReZero event because I thought the art in it was super, super cute, and I like how the characters look, and I think Amelia is really strong in PvP, but like, In terms of the writing, it was literally just them cooking the whole time. And Bready and Crust weren't even there. Honest to God, I think that the maids were kind of carrying the ReZero collab. Like, maybe that's kind of the point of the collabs. It's to put a little spotlight on their own characters' character development and then use the collab characters as props. And honestly, I can get behind that kind of writing sentiment for a collab event. Hi, Ada! Not to be confused with Resident Evil 0. I think Lisa Ortiz is 2 SR NIKKEs in this game. Right now we've gotten Jill, and we've gotten Ada Wong, and our 4-star is Claire. I'm not sure if are we getting another SSR? I'm actually not 100% sure. I don't want to give misinformation. I don't want to guess and be wrong. Gotta get going or I won't make it to the school. Good luck with stream. Bye, Sarah. Thank you for stopping by. It was nice seeing you. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I've seen more a 9S roll 34 than 2B and A2 combined. Whoa, I think that, I think that might just be a you thing, because it could not be me. My Twitter feed shows me non-stop oiled up 2B ass cheeks. I think you need to take that up with your algorithm. Oh, and maybe it's the tags you're clicking on. What do you think about Digimon? I love Digimon. The new Are you gonna ask about the new Digimon game that just came out? The new RPG? I put that on my wish list. I definitely want to play it. I also really want to replay Cyber Sleuth. I have so many fucking games to play. It's crazy. My backlog is insane. I've been so, both busy and not motivated simultaneously, which is like the worst combination of things to be. My PC can't run the demo? Is it? What? It's that intensive? What did they put in it? Does it have higher specs that, oh geez, hold on. Does it have higher specs than Cyber Sleuth did? I had assumed it was a similar engine. I got the new Digimon, but I want to play Baldur's Gate 3 first. Oh my god, I fucking love Baldur's Gate 3. I'm like a huge D&D nerd, so Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm a huge RPG nerd. Like, I love BioWare games. Baldur's Gate 3 really scratched my brain. I loved it. I love Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 as well. I grew up playing those. I really want to do a playthrough of Planescape Torment on stream, but, I have a lot of things I want to do on stream. Also, I keep getting silenced. Oh, this is just my tribe tower. It's fine. I just want to get the daily done. I don't need to stick around. My PC isn't that strong. Yeah, it feels like every new game that comes out is just like slowly. Well, some of them not even slowly. Some of them like huge jumps in PC requirements. A lot of people are worried about that in Mabinogi with the UE5 remake on the engine. A lot of people are worried that all of the laptops they've bought and all of the people who play on like really old machines, they're not going to be able to play Mabinogi anymore. Valid concern, TBH. The Digimon roster in the new game is bigger than Cyber Sleuth. I did feel like it was kind of small in Cyber Sleuth, TBH. The Pokédex, the Digidex. I don't know what it's called in Digimon. Okay, I'm almost done with my little dailies here, and then we can actually get into the event for real. Like I said, I haven't looked at anything regarding the event. I don't really like to look at spoilers, so I don't look at trailers or like advertising on things that I am personally interested in. I like to experience it as blind as possible and come at it with my own expectations. Let's see. Okay. Also, full disclosure, I'm a gambling addict. I can't resist pulling on the banners when they come out, even if I'm not on stream. So, I have already pulled the characters. I'm sorry, it feels like a betrayal, but, I mean, I couldn't help myself. I already got a copy of Jill, and I already got a copy of Ada. So after we go through the story, I will go ahead and go through their bond story as well. I've already maxed out their bond with me, so I can read through everything at once without having to, you know, stop to gamble real quick. Call compendium. That sounds good. Compendium. If you pull them off screen, how do I dono for pulls? It's okay. I don't need to have pull donations. I've got that streamer RNG, offline streamer RNG. Oh, you know what I just noticed? This isn't even the full event. Look. There's more of the event coming out in a couple days. You know what? Whatever. You know what? I want to experience what I can't experience now. I don't like it when games do this. I don't like when they time gate stuff like that, but you know, it is what it is. That's a really common thing. And they've been doing that in NIKKE like since the very first event, so I don't blame them for it, but I do like being able to sit and read through it all at once. Like, I mean, WUWA comes to mind immediately. PGR, they'll just let you go through it all at once. You don't have to sit there and wait every day until more of the event comes out. Sistermon Shale Awakened, Mastamon, Seraphanimon, Apocalypmon, Rosemon BM. Sistermon was my starter. I don't remember what my team was in Cyber Sleuth. I know I had Kuzu Hamon, I had Mastamon, I had Sister Shelmon as well. I had Lotusmon. I had both a Lotusmon and a Rosemon burst mode. Hold on, I want to pick up these shinies off the overworld. I love the little camera angles. Wait, this is so cute. Wait. Look at the overworld. You explore it and it cuts the cameras like the Resident Evil games. Wait, that's adorable. Wow, that's a cute little touch. I really like that. I think I had Lilithmon as well. It's been such a long time. I had a Seraphanimon, or Ophanimon. I think it's Ophanimon. I had quite a few. I don't remember what were in my main teams, but I used that game like a waifu collector. I did like the story too, but I wasn't like super invested in it. What is this? Raider? Okay. Alright. That's lore drop. Is that a jail cell? See, like, I feel like this is a reference to a Resident Evil game, and I don't get it, because I haven't played any, like, Resident Evil games, really. I played, like, one on DS a really long time ago, and I played, I think, like, what's the Resident Evil that has Nemesis? I played that one, that has Jill and Nemesis, and I did not get all the way through that one either. I didn't even finish Silent Hill Remake on stream. Why am I like this? Why do I do these things? Hi, Dragon! I am alive. Hold on, I'm like fully invested in what's happening on my screen. Touch of Salvation. I know there's one Resident Evil that came out like kind of recently that had Lady Dimitrescu. Was that Resident Evil 8? My Digi teams are waifus, dinosaurs, and dragons. That is the correct way to play Digimon, IMO. What chapter are you on the NIKKE campaign? I think I'm caught up on the normal mode. My hard mode, don't ask. My hard mode is not it. I don't think I've pushed it in a long time. Ohio Village, yeah, Resident Evil Village. I really want to play that one too. Lady Dimitrescu is, I mean, one, she's hot, and two, I like to see a man sweaty, vulnerable, and nervous. You know, there are worse protagonists. Which Resident Evil had Leon as the main character? Oh shit, there they are. Ada and Jill. I gotta start with the part 1 story. 2 and 4. I have watched people play a lot of those, but I have not personally played them myself. I had Lilithmon in both stories, so since she's overpowered. Good, she deserves to be overpowered. I really wanted Crusadermon as well, but I never actually got her. I don't think I got far enough into the story to get the, what was it? The, like, Divine Council? Not NIKKE's, Digimon. That's very specific, Dragon. That isn't Ada. Isn't that Jill and Claire? Oh, is it Claire? Oh, it is Claire. I saw the red, and I thought it was Ada. Yeah, it's Jill and Claire. You're right. I'm sorry, when I see red, I shouldn't just assume it's Ada. Claire also wears a red jacket. 2 was Leon's debut in the franchise, as well as Claire. Same with Ada. Okay. Oh, it's not voice acted. Ooh, I get to voice act this. Okay. I never know when these events are going to be voice acted or not. Now for our next report. Over the past few days, a series of missing persons cases have been reported across the Ark. The central government has issued an official statement saying that the incidents cannot be classified as serial disappearances. Well, that's just typical. Case number 1. Missing person, Miles Carter. Male, 45, former commander. 183 centimeters and 80 kilograms. Last seen leaving his home around 11 p.m. His daughter filed a report with the ACPU 2 days after his disappearance. Notable information. Lost his leg during an operation on the surface. A long history of alcohol abuse. Recently began counseling at the urging of his daughter. Those around him say he had been showing improvement and was 2 months into sobriety. Counseling? Which counseling center? Confirmation required. Oh. Hi, doggy! Ada ass jiggle is restricted to Leon Commander Pack. Fuck! Why do they have to paywall the ass jiggles? This is so fucked up! Meanwhile, the rapture part discovered at the home of the missing person was said to be debris from a unit destroyed during the recent terrorist attack on the Ark, and the central government has declared it as unrelated to the current missing persons case. However, some have raised suspicions of a cover-up, fueling ongoing controversy. Case number 4. Missing person, Iris Monroe. Female, 68, former nurse. 154 centimeters, 53 kilograms. Last seen around 10 a.m. after leaving to attend a gathering with acquaintances. At around 7 p.m. the same day, her son filed a report with the ACPU. Authorities visited her residence immediately after the report was filed, but it was empty. Preliminary findings at the scene suggest the entire family has gone missing. I feel like I'm doing one of those horror YouTube voiceovers. You know what I'm talking about? Like a Nuke's Top 10 kind of thing. Case classified as a family disappearance. I think the music is what's sort of doing that for me. Notable information. No signs of forced entry. A rapture part was found in the basement. A gathering with acquaintances, unable to verify details. The rapture part was placed on some kind of altar, but for what purpose? Uh-oh. Conspiracy theories suggesting the groundwork is being laid for a second Ark terror attack, fueling widespread anxiety among the general populace. Case number 8. Missing person, Elseria 9. Female, 42, psychological counselor. 167 centimeters, 55 kilograms. Exact time of disappearance, unknown. Reported missing to the ACPU by her last client. Notable information, operated a counseling center. Confirmed to be the same center where Miles Carter underwent counseling. Oh, it's all coming together. Has a daughter named Depara. No contact with the daughter as of yet. Also missing. Why did the daughter fail to report her mother's disappearance? Unburied Mysteries VTube. Don't give me any ideas. Oh god, do I have to do a voice? This is no good. Polly puts the pen down. Polly's eyes shift from the case file to the computer monitor beside her, at the partition leading to the outer rim. A young girl glances around, then slips inside. The face of the girl captured on CCTV was Depara. Oh, she looks like a NIKKE. It was unmistakably Depara as identified in the file for Case 8. This is the only lead we've got. Can't afford to lose this trail now! Right, can't afford to lose this trail at all. Polly grabs her sidearm. I hope it's nothing serious. And she sets off from the police station. I love how she just kind of runs off on her own. Me going to lurk while I enjoy you reading the event. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you enjoy the stay. I hope the story is a good read. Missing Well, that didn't take very long. Missing person, Foley. ACPU investigator went missing during the investigation. Confirmed last seen heading to the outer rim. All signs point to her pursuing Depara alone. Notable information. Confirmed to have visited the counseling center operated by Elseria 9 on the day of her disappearance. The center is currently decommissioned. Entry is not permitted. Recently, a phrase has been reported to be circulating among the staff. Umbrella will pave the way forward. Oh shit, they got bought out. Right on time. Take a seat. I heard a D-wave was detected. Yes, it was 2 weeks ago. A D-Wave triggered by the entity codenamed Gatekeeper was picked up. 2 weeks ago, you said. Why wasn't I notified immediately? This happened last time, too! We had to confirm a few things. The D-Wave wasn't detected on the surface this time. It came from within the Ark. Oh, I see. We're presently picking up D-Wave signals from a mansion located in the Outer Rim. If we move too hastily, there's a risk of the D-Wave being exposed to external parties. This could reignite tensions with the Outer Rim. This is exactly what happened with the ReZero, with the ReZero event. Especially since the dust has only just settled from the last Outer Rim incident. As such, the central government has decided to handle this case with extreme caution. Among us, there are definitely traitors among us in this government. Which brings me to my point. Have you heard of the torch of starvation? Wait, no. The torch of salvation? I thought that said the touch of starvation. Have you ever heard of the torch of salvation? The torch of salvation? I've heard it before when I was working a case helping that girl search for her mother. Aren't they the cult that worships raptors as gods? You're well informed. Take a look at this. Anderson hands me a document. The document reads, human life falls into oblivion, throwing the world into turmoil. New life has been created, a cruel distortion of all things sacred. Merciless judges descend from the skies. Do not resist with thy feeble human strength. The end is nigh, God. Guide these foolish mortals to their reckoning. Is this a prayer? Where did this come from? We recovered this near the mansion where the D-Wave was detected. It's a prayer recited at the Torch of Salvation gatherings. And also, that mansion has been identified as a gathering site for the Torch of No shit. We shouldn't go charging in headfirst. Unless we want a complete fiasco, the most reliable method is to infiltrate by posing as a believer among us! That's why we've spent the past 2 weeks gathering all available intel on the Torch of Salvation. Intel that will be used to help you infiltrate undercover without getting fingered. What? Your task is simple. Memorize the materials we've compiled, disguise yourself as a believer, enter the mansion, and investigate the situation regarding the D-Wave. While you're there, resolve any related incidents. You want me to go undercover? I've heard about your infiltration skills. What? Word is you've used that skill to close the book on several major cases. What? We're counting on you to put those skills to good use once more. Just so you know, the counters will not be accompanying you on this mission. Moving around the Outer Rim with such prominent individuals poses too great a risk. Instead, we've arranged a separate support group. Return to the commander's room, you'll meet them there. They'll brief you on the remaining mission details. Deputy Chief Anderson, are you saying... That'll be all. I have a very important meeting to attend. Well then, I look forward to hearing good news from you. Bruh. Since when has the commander had infiltration abilities? I don't remember hearing about this. Is this something I missed? Was it when they... Oh, it's when he did the fucking Killer Wife D stuff. Okay, alright, yeah, I didn't read that event. Okay. Okay, he does have the history, but... I don't know how reliable his experience is. Hi, Phantorum! Husband and wife. Both of them from the Quotidian class, and having been living a fairly uneventful life in the Ark. Annette works as a nurse. Oh, okay, yeah, they're gonna give us the rundown on his Killer Wife D experience. On the other hand, her husband... Speaking of which alias should I use this time? William, I believe you should be able to come up with something on your own. Sorry, go on. Her husband, William, is a researcher at a pharmaceutical company, and despite the couple's busy schedule, they never forget to shower each other with attention. Everyone around them speaks highly of how happy their marriage seems. Oh, you're home. You must have had a long day. Yeah, you too. You must have had a long day yourself, darling. Yeah, not great. Haha, not at all. Oh, what's that, honey? They're, the flowers are absolutely beautiful. Right, flowers. I thought of you on the way home, so I picked them up. Thank you. She loves nothing more than flowers from her husband. That part of the script never seems to change no matter what role I play. Honey, it's nothing. And then one day, calamity befalls the couple. A medical accident occurs at William's pharmaceutical company. All of the blame is pinned entirely on poor William. The couple become buried in debt, and their idyllic life collapses overnight. Despite this, Annette never blames William. Instead, It's alright. What happened wasn't your fault, honey. It's the world that's gone crazy. Don't worry. The judges will be sent from above to guide everyone toward the end. Hee hee. They begin to blame the world for turning its back on them. Soon, the couple become devoted to the torch of salvation. With their faith deepened, the couple decide to attend a gathering, reportedly being held at a certain mansion. Thus, they quietly head to the Outer Rim. I think this is how a lot of people end up in the Outer Rim. Not just with this torch of salvation situation, but, like, in general. They even bring a bouquet of flowers, hoping to be welcomed as initiates into the faith. The residential area near the mansion is eerily quiet. It's rather unsettling. It's like there's no one around at all. Only pages filled with prayer script are scattered about. There's no signs of life anywhere. When Kay and I were digging around, this area was crawling with cultists. So what now, darling? Let's start by checking out the area. Given the situation, I think we can drop the act. Okay, well, don't be too excited about not pretending to be my wife anymore. Dee and I split up to look around. While there are signs someone was living here recently, the place itself is completely empty. The only thing worth noting is some sort of graffiti has been scrabbled all over the walls. Is that an umbrella? Why would someone draw something like that here? Does it mean anything? I stare at the umbrella graffiti for a while, but it offers no answers. I turn my head and see the mansion looming in the distance. And from the moment I saw it, the mansion felt like it didn't belong here in the Outer Rim. Dun dun dun! What's a perfectly intact mansion like this doing in the Outer Rim, you ask? Beats me. A strange rumor has been spreading in the Outer Rim. Locals warn others not to go near the mansion. Stay far away unless you want misfortune to come your way. Maybe that's why it's still so intact. I love Kay. She's so cool. This place gives me the creeps. Obviously. Maybe I should head to where Dee is. I'm pretty sure I saw her heading that way earlier. Dee? Misfortune or misfortune? I can think of one I prefer over the other. Oh, he walked in on her naked. I didn't realize you were changing. I'm slipping into something that'll be easier to move around in. No point in pretending we're a couple at this point. So, did you see anything you liked? Oh, nope, sorry. Did you see anything? Whoops. That part was all me. I noticed some strange graffiti drawn all over the place, but other than that, nothing unusual. Nothing out of the ordinary. That makes this even more suspicious. I hear a door open behind me and Dee has changed back into her normal outfit. Doesn't look like there's anything else to learn here. Let's head to the mansion. With any luck, we'll find some sort of lead. Honestly, I do love Killer Wife Dee, but I think the original Dee is so cool. I love that she's literally just carrying a body bag. Target located. Keep up your end of the bargain, and I'll do the same. It's Ada! That was Ada, right? That was Ada Wong. I recognize the red dress. Miranda, are you alright? Huh? Yes, of course! I was just doing my usual firearms check. At this hour, the workday's over. The ACP works for our citizens around the clock. How was that? Did that sound cool? Not really. I don't think that's something you should be saying in this situation. Is that so? Cherish your gun like you would a loved one. What about that? That doesn't quite fit either. Oh, really? Then, darn, this isn't good. I'm officially out of excuses. Hang on. You're not planning on waiting until I'm off duty and then heading to the Outer Rim, are you? The boss already told us. Since there's no way HQ is ever going to authorize an investigation, we've been told to stand by. But you're still investigating, aren't you, Query? Well... Query shuts the file folder she's carrying, and the document she was reading is labeled case number 9. I just can't sit by and do nothing. I'm sorry, but I have to head out to the Outer Rim to find Polly. But we're defying orders. Fine by me. I've gotten used to filling out disciplinary reports. 10 pages. I mean 6. No, 3. I can fill that out in my sleep. I think we'd be in for more than just a disciplinary report. Oh, even better. Then I won't have to write one at all. No, what I'm saying is, and besides, Polly would have done the same for us. Query turns to the whiteboard placed in the corner of the police station. Her vision is too blurry to make out what's written on it. but the photo of Polly pinned at the center of the board stood out perfectly clear. Alright, I'm off. Miranda? Yes? I'm coming with you. So, what's our first course of action? Are you asking me? It's just you and me, so who else would I be asking? And no more jumping out of the shadows like last time. It honestly scares me to death when you do. So, you're telling me you came out here without a plan? Well, this is where Polly's signal was last detected. Why don't we start by searching around here? Also, is it just me, or does this place feel kind of creepy? There isn't anyone around. Hey, do you see that? There's a mansion. Let's go check it out. Wow, Miranda is so genki. So cheerful. This is the ACPU. We're coming in. Miranda yanks open the front doors and strides confidently through. We really shouldn't be barging in like this, Miranda. As the front door opens, a courtyard comes into view. What is that? In Query's hazy field of vision, 3 furry shapes appear. Polly? Huh? That's not Polly! Run! Oh my god, it's the fucking dogs. 3 dogs lunge towards them. Their eyes glow sinister red as if infected. Where did they come from? Just as the largest one opens its jaws. It's not Resident Evil if there aren't infected dogs. 2 women appear from behind. One of them fires a launcher into the air, causing the dogs to flee into the distance. Are you okay? Thanks a bunch, but who are you? I should be asking you the same thing. What the hell is this place, and who are you people? It's them! Hold the door, we've got to keep them out. Okay. Damn, another mansion? Am I caught in a nightmare? Ow! Don't worry, I just pinched my cheek, and it definitely hurt. That means this is no nightmare. If you're still not convinced, I can pinch your cheek too. That is so thoughtful, I'm tearing up. You are most welcome! Can we save the banter for later? Ugh. Wow. The violent shaking door stops. I think they're all gone. I thought the gunfire scared them off, but they brought friends. If we arrived any later, things could have been a disaster. That was way too close for comfort. Now that things have calmed down, let's get some proper introductions. I'm Claire Redfield. I'm Query from the ACPU. Thank you for your help. And this here is Miranda, also with the ACPU. Oh my god, there's too many voices happening here. The ACPU. That's right, we're the police, safeguarding citizen safety. That is what the ACPU does. So you're police officers. Then, have you heard of a man called Chris? He's my brother. He works for the Raccoon City Police Department. I haven't been able to reach him, so I've been looking for him. The Raccoon City Police Department? I'm not too sure. Have you heard of that, Query? No, this is my first time hearing about this department. And same goes for this man, Chris. Query doesn't know a single guy named Chris. I see. It's a pity. I guess that leaves my introduction. Yeah, and you are? My name's Jill. Jill Valentine. Claire and Jill. Got it. Can I ask exactly how you two ended up here? Well, I realize how crazy this probably sounds, but I'm curious about that myself. Oh? I was in a chopper getting evacuated from Raccoon City when everything went blurry. And the next thing I knew, I was here. You too! I was trying to escape Raccoon City when everything started going blurry. Before I knew it, I saw the 2 of them getting attacked. I just reacted and sprang into action. What the hell happened to us? Dun dun dun! Even Nikke-fied, Jill and Claire look normal compared to standard Nikke. They do. They do. They look more like humans than the Nikkes. Which, I mean, seems appropriate. Like, no offense, but, you know. Okay. So to sum things up, neither of you have heard of the Ark or the Outer Rim. And you've never heard of the Nikkes or Raptors either? Nope. And on our end, we've never heard of this Raccoon City. And it's the first time we've heard of the STARS unit. This is bizarre. It feels like I'm in a dream. A dream, you say? The offer to pinch your cheek is still open. Thanks, but no thanks. Alright, if you change your mind, just say the word. Sure thing. Actually, there's one more thing. If you've never heard of Raccoon City, I'm guessing Umbrella Corporation doesn't ring a bell either. Umbrella? Huh, I figured as much. Those dogs you were attacked by seem to be infected by a virus. That made me think Umbrella might be up to no good here as well. It's impossible to say for certain, but one thing's clear, something is definitely going on. So, Query and Miranda, what brings you to this mansion? I doubt a pair of cops would be coming to an old mansion like this just for a social call. Is this related to a case? Well, yep, that's right. We're here to find a colleague of ours who's gone missing. Her name's Polly. Missing colleague? Yeah, she was conducting an investigation and went missing around this area. You both are free to go, but with Polly's disappearance and those dogs from earlier, I'd say it's rather dangerous. We could escort you somewhere safer. You said Raccoon City, right? I can check with my boss about this place, so don't you worry. And what about you two? We still need to find Polly. But you couldn't even handle those dogs earlier. That's because... It's fine. We'll stay and help you look for your friend Polly. Besides, by investigating this mansion, we might find out how we ended up here. And there's gotta be a connection, right? It makes sense to me. This place is dangerous. We should go. I appreciate your help. I have no idea how we wound up here, but why don't we kick off the investigation from here? First off, where? It looks like we're in the annex. It says so here on this emergency exit map. Miranda points to a bulletin board on the wall. And on the bulletin board, there's an emergency exit map as well as... Huh. Looks like the annex was used as a dorm. A dorm schedule. What kind of screwed up rule is that? What do they mean, ignore any child you hear calling for help? A list of dorm rules and regulations, and isn't this a notice stamped with an umbrella-shaped logo? Informed consent form for clinical trial. Classic Umbrella. It's honestly not NIKKE if there isn't human experimentation, and it's not Resident Evil if there isn't a little human experimentation. They look like anime eyes filter with big bazongas. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I think anime filter with big bazongas. What is this ga noise? The sound fades away. Wait, what? Fled from the creature? Oh shit, I skipped too far ahead. Oh god. Wait a second, did I skip? Wait, what's going on? Cerberus A, Cerberus B. So to sum things up, never heard anything. Okay. Coming to kill you, A. Okay, what? Hold on. How did we get here? Okay. Well, I appreciate the free advice. The fact you're telling me to stop asking questions and leave tells me you know something about what's going on here. Who knows? What do you think? I feel a barrel press against the back of my neck. Me when I accidentally skip story in Arknights. I do that shit in Arknights all the time, and I have to open the log and reread it. Wait, oh god, wait until Wesker gets involved. I'm actually not sure if Wesker is gonna be here. They don't typically include any of the male characters from the collabs. Like, I don't think Leon is here, Nemesis isn't here, I don't think Wesker or Chris is here. Of course not. Yeah, this is a very, like, female-oriented game. Whether you know or not, I just hope you're on our side. Sure, I'm on your side, as long as you turn around and walk out of this mansion without a fuss. So, what's it gonna be? I stare at the corpse. The upper half has been savagely torn apart. No gun or blade could have caused that, which means something other than this woman was responsible. Something like a beast, a wolf of some kind. Or something like that raptor I just saw climbing through the window! Am I the only one who saw that? Don't even think of distracting me with strange comments. Gunfire. This way. Oof! Oh, okay. Okay! As if on cue, Dee grabs me by the collar and raises her axe to the woman's throat. Ooh! That's pretty good. You okay? Thanks for that. My neck's a little sore, though. My god, he's such a wiener. Lower your weapon. Don't do anything foolish. You're pretty good. Are you really bringing an axe to a gun party? You want to see who's faster? Even with the axe blade resting against her throat, the woman remains utterly unperturbed. Instead, she flashes a calm and confident smile. It's the same for Dee. Even with a gun pointed at her head, she remains as composed as ever. And at this rate... Wait! Hey! My name is Barry. I'm here to investigate a missing persons case. I have some reason to believe the Torch of Salvation is involved. A missing persons case? What about it? I don't know why you're here, but we could be after the same thing here. Maybe we can... Glass shatters as something bursts through the window. On one rapture leg is the upper body of a mass-produced NIKKE fused to something. And what the hell is that? I've about had it with these interruptions. Follow me, and don't even think about using that gun, unless you want some more of those things showing up. The mystery woman disappears into the lobby. Dee! Let's follow her. Coming to kill you. Here we go. Okay, so that's what was making these noises when I skipped ahead on accident. It's these NIKKEs fused to rapture legs. Thud, thud. Ooh. Yucky. Thank you for the head pats, Regard, and thank you for the hydrate. Oh my god. I needed to hydrate. Thank you. Thank you for the redeems. How are you doing, Regard? Happy spooky season. Happy October, the best month of the year. NIKKE tours. Oh, that's cursed. We fled from the creature, making it up to the second floor of the mansion. Perhaps the stairs are too narrow, as it doesn't seem to be able to follow us up here. What is that? A monstrous fusion of a rapture and a mass-produced NIKKE. Even at a glance, it's clear the two were forcefully stitched together. Maybe this is Wesker. The hellish appearance of that thing is absolute nightmare fuel. NIKKE Umas! Suddenly, the woman reaches her hand out to me. What do you think you're doing? Tap. The woman ignores the axe pointed at her and gently brushes my back. I'm simply trying to pat him on the back. See? I don't even have a weapon in my hand. And with a calm smile, she raises both hands slightly. My name's Ada. I got out of Raccoon City, and then everything went blurry. Next thing I know, this mansion appears. So I was investigating the area. Raccoon City. You haven't given me your name, by the way. It's Dee. That's it. Just Dee. Yes. Dee puts her axe away. Okay, fair enough, Dee. Easy to pronounce, I suppose. But honestly, don't you think your story has holes in it? You say everything went blurry, and then this mansion appears before you, and what does that even mean? I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened. My vision blurred, and this mansion just appeared. So you're saying, how many times do I need to say it? My vision blurred, and then... Ada. So, you either have no clear memory of the circumstances that led you to this mansion, or you blacked out, found yourself here as if you'd been teleported. Is that how you feel? Both explanations pretty much sum up how I feel. How did you know that? I knew it. She's a human from another world brought by the D-Wave. I have a few guesses as to what happened to you. I explained to Ada what the D-Wave is in detail. Wow, he just tells her. Okay. That's why Commander's the protagonist. He's a nice guy like that. So what you're saying is something called a D-Wave swept me up and dropped me into another world, and if I want to go back, we need to wake up something called the Gatekeeper. That about covers it, yeah. Are you even allowed to share all this information with me? I'm asking the same question. What if I'm playing you to get intel? That is what I'm saying. You were even quick to reveal your real name and intentions. Aren't you being way too kind, Barry? Or are you just that naive? What if I'm the enemy? If you had meant to kill me, you would have done it the moment we met. And what if I'm just gathering intel while your guard's down, then planning to kill you after? Dee has my back, she'll figure something out. Okay, yeah, make it Dee's problem. Figure something out. You must really trust her if you're willing to bet your life like that. And you seem awfully calm about all this, don't you think? You've been teleported to a strange world and just saw a nightmarish monster, yet you didn't even flinch. You're not wrong. Let's just say we're both a bit odd. At any rate, this clearly isn't the world that I know. Correct. Then, why is there evidence of the Umbrella Corporation here too? Ada points into the distance. In a space littered with long benches, an altar with a rapture core resting atop it stands at the far end. And, strewn across the altar, are sheets of paper marked with an umbrella symbol. How did Umbrella get here? That is like a great question, though. Have you managed to get everyone for the event yet? I have! I gambled off stream because I'm an addict and I couldn't help myself. But yes, I pulled a copy of Ada and I pulled a copy of Jill already. Also, I have to say, I hope that they go somewhere with the Nymph with this collab event, because I feel like the Nymph and the T-Virus are a little similar. But that's just me. Maybe I'm just projecting. I'm coping. Also, hello, SCP Deadman. Thank you for stopping by. Sorry if I was a little slow reading your chat. I'll be honest, I'm I'm mostly looking at Twitch. But thank you for stopping in. T-Virus, top secret. These are the words written at the top of the paper Ada is holding. Ada's face darkens as she reads through the document. The umbrella symbol on that piece of paper. You seem to recognize it. What's this Umbrella Corporation you mentioned? The T-Virus and the G-Virus. Viruses. They're the names of viruses that spread throughout my world. The same viruses that drove Raccoon City toward utter destruction. What kind of virus could cause something like that? Bro, you literally live in a, like, whatever, fine. Put simply, they're viruses that can rewrite the genetic structure of living beings. They reduce intelligence and induce aggression. The infected turn into living corpses. And on top of that, their physical abilities are greatly enhanced. And Umbrella is the one who made these viruses. Yes. Umbrella uses the viruses for bioweapon development, like that creature we saw on the first floor. A creature that had seemed like a fusion between a raptor and a mass-produced NIKKE. Don't tell me. The situation is worse than I thought. Ada hands me another piece of paper, and a short paragraph is scrawled across the top in red ink. He who imbibes the holy elixir of the judge shall shed the flesh of the sinner and be reborn as a greater being. Pain is but prelude to transformation, and death the echo of new birth. Fear not, Neo-virus development complete. Lead the foolish humans in the Ark to their end. Oh god. Just as I thought, the virus was developed here, and now, what happened in Raccoon City is about to happen here as well. Barry, I'm reporting this. We have to seal off the outer rim where there's a chance the virus could spread, and if needed, we'll mobilize the Blaze Out Squad. Blaze Out? Think of them as the Ark's Epidemic Countermeasure Squad. Without another word, Dee moves to the far corner of the room, and she appears to be attempting to establish radio contact. My head spins from the new information. So, now that your girlfriend's out of earshot, would you mind having a little chat, just the two of us? Doesn't deny that Dee is his girlfriend. Chad move. I'll give you whatever intel you need, but if you find the person who developed the Neo-virus, hand custody of them to me. That's all I'm asking for in exchange for my cooperation. You want me to just hand the developer over to you? You don't need to worry, I won't harm them. So what's your answer? That info better be worth something. I'll take that as a yes. Ada reaches into her coat and pulls out an old, worn notebook. What is that? Some quality reading material you should check out. It's the Cult Leader's Journal. I open it carefully, revealing the following text inside. Death is not the end, death is purification. The purification of this world begins with death. The merciless judge descends. What the hell does that mean? Is it gonna be like a big rapture? Informed consent for clinical trial. 1. Goal. To identify those worthy of salvation on the day of judgment. 2. Procedure. Participants shall receive the holy elixir of the judge through purification ritual. The ritual will span 7 days and cannot be halted or abandoned midway. During this period, bodily reactions and transformations will be observed to determine the subject's eligibility for salvation. 3. Possible phenomena and side effects. High fever, vomiting, dizziness, visual and auditory hallucinations, temporary or permanent bodily mutations. All phenomena are deemed divine trials and cannot be defied by mortal intervention. Oh my god. I hereby acknowledge that I have clearly understood the information stated above, and give my voluntary consent to participate in this trial. I humbly accept all outcomes arising during the process as the will of the divine. Signed by Miranda. Date? What day is today? Forget the date. Why are you signing that? Oh, because the signature was left blank. What? Miranda often forgets to sign her patrol logs, so Polly hammered it into her head to sign her name if the signature field is blank. Yep, Polly taught me that. Hold on, Polly? There's no time for this. We gotta find Polly. Resuming investigation. Miranda rushes into the annex. Despite how she is, I can assure you she's a capable officer. Should we head in? Hold on a second. There's something I need to check. Jill, look at this symbol. This is Umbrella, isn't it? First that infected dog attack, and now this. Not to mention the content of that consent form. It seems like, yeah, seems like Umbrella is behind this somehow. If it's something that results in physical mutations, then this holy elixir of the judge might be another virus developed by them. So Umbrella even has their filthy tendrils in this place. Sorry to interrupt, but you keep mentioning this Umbrella Corporation. Can you explain exactly what that is? If there's any chance it's connected to Polly's disappearance, I should know about it. Umbrella presents itself as a pharmaceutical company, but in reality, they carry out illegal human experiments. They developed a virus that alters the human body and induces madness. What was that? It came from inside the annex. I'll go check it out. I'll inform you if something comes up. Query, you and Claire stay here. Yes, go Jill! Damn, that's crazy. This is so, like, par for the course for NIKKE, though. This is, like, it's kind of funny, because in Resident Evil, it's so spooky and creepy, and it's like, oh my god, this is so fucked up! I'm being chased by morally ambiguous bioweapons! And then in NIKKE, that is just literally every single moment of their lives. In the deep recesses of the annex is a storeroom, cluttered with miscellaneous junk, and in each corner of the room, a statue has been oddly placed. Meanwhile, in the middle of the room, Miranda lies half-buried beneath a pile of books. It appears to have been a botched attempt to reach a book on the top shelf. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. What happened? There was something tucked inside this book, so I tried pulling it out and ended up falling over. I guess this is what I was trying to get. Miranda hands Jill a worn-out note, and the note reads, "The prophet greets the judge. The merciless judge punishes the sinner. The sinner kneels beneath the false goddess, and the false goddess stares down the prophet in silence. The deceitful gaze invites ruin. Only the true gaze shall open the path." This is literally like Resident Evil puzzle quote, like, not quotes, what is it? Hints. Puzzle time! Hi, Inflator Guy, welcome, welcome! Happy Spooky Month! It's like some kind of riddle. Where did you say you found this? Hold on, you see that, Jill? There's a lever beneath the statue. I'm gonna try pulling it. Wait, it could be a trap. Miranda pulls the lever beneath the statue of the Goddess of Victory toward the left. With a clunk, the statue turns and faces the statue to its left. Whoa! The statue moved! This lever must control the statue somehow. Hold on a minute. A statue of the Goddess of Victory. A statue of a hooded disciple. A statue of a menacing rapture. A statue of an ordinary man and woman. Each statue has a lever beneath it. And all of these statues can be rotated. Maybe the direction the statues are facing is connected to this riddle you found. Miranda, don't touch anything. We haven't fully figured out the puzzle yet. I didn't move an inch. It moved on its own. I hit the ceiling. The ceiling? The ceiling begins to cave in. The deceitful gaze invites ruin. The statue of the goddess faces the statue of the ordinary man and woman. Did we trigger a trap by turning the statue the wrong way? Miranda, pull the lever the other way. Turn it to face the disciple. Got it! Miranda pulls the lever of the statue of the Goddess of Victory to the right. The goddess statue rotates to face the statue on the right, and as the goddess looks upon the disciple, the ceiling halts its descent. We're almost sandwiches. Very funny. That lever you pulled last made the ceiling stop. Does that mean this is the true gaze? Then the disciple statue must represent the prophet. If goddess statue represents the false goddess, that leaves the judge and the sinner. Typically, sin is represented by humans. What should we do now, Jill? The prophet greets the judge. Miranda, could you flip the lever in front of the disciple statue and make it face the statue with four-legged machine? Then next, Miranda manipulates the levers according to Jill's instructions. Thus, the statue of the disciple faces the statue of the rapture. The statue of the rapture faces the statue of the man and woman. The statue of the man and the woman faces the goddess, and the goddess in turn faces the disciple. Is it done? Yeah, for now. I'm still not entirely sure if this is the quote-unquote true gaze. Oh man, the last thing I want is to get squashed by the ceiling and turn into a sandwich. You and me both. Did you hear that? I'm pretty sure it came from the bookshelf. The bookshelf begins to slowly slide, and soon, a hidden passage is revealed. Wow, that was so Resident Evil! Oh my gosh, it's just like the video game! That was cute, I'm not gonna lie. Jill collaborating with Miranda on a puzzle, that was pretty wholesome. At the end of the secret passage, a tense and alert Miranda and Jill come upon a laboratory. And unlike the mansion's decrepit exterior, the lab is equipped with modern equipment. However, oh my. Oh god! The corpses strewn throughout make it clear the research being conducted here was far from ordinary. All these bodies! Shattered, oversized incubation tubes fill the room, from which various corpses with unnaturally developed muscles protrude. All the bodies are completely torn to shreds. Jill averts her eyes. In an area lined with multiple computer terminals, documents bearing Umbrella Corporation logos are scattered everywhere. Damn, even here! Miranda, we've got a survivor. Lead us. What did you say? Jill brought her ear closer to the researcher, collapsed on the ground. Human life falls into oblivion, throwing the world into turmoil. New life has been created, a cruel distortion of all things sacred. Merciless judges descend from the skies. Do not resist with thy feeble human strength. The end is nigh. God, guide these foolish mortals to their reckoning. The end. The foolish mortals. Distortion. Growing into turmoil. The end is nigh. Oh my god, he's crazy. Do not resist. Do not resist. God, guide us to our reckoning. The researcher collapses, blood gushing from his mouth. A gaping hole has been torn through the center of his torso, as if something had forced its way out from within. Oh my god! Xenomorph reference. So that's how things unfolded in Raccoon City. All because of a virus. An entire city was wiped. Family, friends, loved ones, all gone, vanished. Anyway, we can't let the same thing happen here. We need to investigate and leave no stone unturned. I'm worried about your colleague who went missing too. It seems Miranda and Jill have gone all the way inside, so why don't we start our search here? Okay, let's do that. Yummy! Corpse experimentation! You know, I don't think they were corpses when that experimentation was starting. I think they just ended up as corpses. Bro shouldn't have ordered the soup. I hate it when I order the soup and I start going fucking absolutely crazy. Claire and Query begin checking the nearby rooms one by one. The pair discover... When they arrive at the third room... Is this? Under the bed lies a weathered notebook, and when Claire picks it up, a single photograph falls out. A photo of a mother and a daughter. They seem to have been close. Having trouble seeing it? Want to take a closer look? Claire holds the photo closer to Query. The faded faces of mother and daughter come into focus. It's Elsiria 9 and Depara from Case 8. Depara? To be continued. I mean, it's okay. We don't have to worry about it. We can continue it right now. I knew something felt off. Mission Code 7-1, declassified. The Ark and a proposal for humanity's salvation. Within the Insular Society of the Ark, the activities of Perilous Siege proved remarkably effective. All traces of evil within the Ark were soon eradicated. However, evil is the darker side of the coin which must exist for justice to persist. Therefore, a proposal to maintain justice and oversee Perilous Siege has been proposed. The following is the tentative proposal. 2. Formation of the pro-rapture radical group. Public awareness of raptures continues to decline. The attached survey suggests this is due to the fact ordinary citizens rarely encounter raptors personally. Therefore, pro-rapture radical groups are starting to receive clandestine support. This is intended to foment hostility toward raptors among the general public. So he has a hand in this too. X. Oh my god, it's him! It's X! That's from D and K's story, I'm pretty sure. So that's where they're like connecting it in here. They're connecting it through X. That was a Spaceballs throwback. I haven't thought about Spaceballs since I think I was literally like 12 years old. That movie is so freaking old now. I don't even really think about Star Wars anymore either. Okay. I already have the second half of the event unlocked, so I get to know exactly what happens. We don't have to actually sit here and wait for a week. We already waited. Human life falls into oblivion, throwing the world into turmoil. New life has been created, a cruel distortion of all things sacred. Merciless judges descend from the skies. Do not resist with thy feeble human strength. The end is nigh, God. Guide these foolish mortals to their reckoning. Life was ordinary. The lazy days I spent with Mom and Dad, I can still remember them perfectly. Gathering at the dinner table every evening to talk about our day, lounging around, cozily watching TV together. The quiet conversations before falling asleep. Dad, I'm back. Have you had dinner? I haven't had mine yet. Do you mind if I eat here? I packed some food. Nothing special happened today. I got off school and then I ran a quick errand and I came here after. Mom's doing the same as always. I guess work's been keeping her busy. She said she'd be back late again tonight. Shall we watch some TV? Wait, Spaceballs 2? Is that real? Did they actually announce that they're gonna be doing a second Spaceballs movie? I didn't think that would actually happen. And now, our next news story. A string of disappearances has recently taken place within the Ark. This has prompted a growing movement among citizens criticizing the central government's handling of the situation. Pretty unsettling, huh? That's all the news has been reporting lately. With all the disappearances happening, there have been all kinds of rumors swirling about. Some say people are being abducted and used as test subjects for biological experiments. Or that there are corrupted NIKKE running around wreaking havoc. Don't you think both scenarios sound kind of ridiculous? See, you think it's nonsense too, right? I mean, it does seem odd. How could anyone be carrying out biological experiments in a place as safe as the Ark? And if a NIKKE really had gone rogue, surely she would have been caught and been on the news by now. Don't you think I'm right? Please say I'm right. Please say something. Don't just lie there. Dad, ever since you got hurt on the surface, Mom's been acting weird. At first, she started mumbling weird things, scribbling strange red eyes all over the walls of the house, and now she barely comes home. All she ever does is work at the center. I have no idea if she's eating, or if she's getting any sleep. I don't know anything anymore. Compared to the old days, everything's different now. Everything. I'm sorry. I know I promised I wouldn't complain in front of you, but tomorrow, I'm gonna visit the center where Mom works. I'm worried about her. Maybe I should bring her something to eat. Things can't go on like this. Sweet dreams. I'll drop by again. Counseling hours. Weekdays 9 to 20. Weekends closed. Huh? Has she always had weekends off? Then why did she come into work today? Mom? I'm coming in, okay? No one's here. I guess I'll just leave the lunchbox. And what's that sound? The sound is coming from behind the bookshelf. One of the bookshelves is slightly out of place, leaving a narrow gap. And through the gap, a stairway stretches far down, leading underground. Mom? Are you in there? Witches descend. Do not resist. In front of an altar where a raptor statue is enshrined, a group of people are fervently murmuring a prayer and... Mom! In the middle of it all is Depara's mother. Oh my god! Thank you for the follow, Sauce! I like your name. That day, I tore through Mom's room in a panic. Every wall was covered from top to bottom in red eyes, all of them staring at the same spot. A spot where I uncovered a rapture core and records about the Torch of Salvation. The end is nigh. The surface is the altar of God, and death is the path to salvation. Beneath the flames of judgment, the Torch of Salvation shall be kindled. And as I began to realize what Mom had gotten herself into, I finally understood what those red eyes at home were meant to represent. And a chill ran down my spine, and even then I couldn't turn to anyone for help. Revealing anything about the Torch of Salvation could result in Mom being captured and punished. I'm back. I don't think I can stomach anything today, so I came empty-handed. I hope that's okay. Did you see the news? They said they found rapture parts in the home of one of the missing families. So freaky! Rapture parts of all things. You know, people keep going missing. People I used to see at the counseling center. Dad, I'm scared. And if this keeps up, Mom might disappear too. And what if I'm alone? I'm being weak. I'm sorry. For the time being, I don't think I can come here. I have to leave. I have to be away. I'm worried about Mom. I can't just sit here and do nothing. Please pray that everything will turn out okay. I'll come back with Mom. I promise. And that's how she died. Oh, wait, she did come back. I don't think I can keep that promise, Dad. The cult leader who started the Torch of Salvation turned out to be Mom. I didn't catch the details, but they're gonna use a virus to purify the Ark. Death is the path to salvation, they say. Don't worry. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll find a way to atone for what Mom has done. And that was the final entry in Depara's journal. You said your colleague followed Depara all the way here, right? Then we've got to find them. Both Depara and your colleague. And everyone else who's gone missing. For a few moments, Query stares at the journal Claire had been reading aloud from, and then finally speaks up. Yeah, absolutely. After that, we need to make sure they'll never be able to do this again. I'm sick of watching viruses rob people of what's precious to them. Do you think we can really handle this on our own? Come on, Query. I believe in you. Are you saying you don't have faith in me? What? No, I didn't mean it like that. Okay, let's give it a try. It's my duty as a police officer. Yeah, that's the spirit. I like that confidence. I'm starting to get worried, though. We haven't heard a peep from Jill since she went after Miranda. I don't think there's anything else to investigate here. Should we head over? Oh yeah, they were playing with statues while they were reading that journal. I forgot. Inside a secret room hidden deep within the annex, Jill and Miranda stand frozen in the lab, their eyes fixed on a monitor. Are you two okay? Why are you just standing there like that? Huh? It's hard to explain, but is it just me or does this room look red? Claire? It's probably better if you don't look. Why? Just trust me. Claire averts her eyes from the corpses and turns to the monitor. An experiment log recorded by a researcher is displayed on the screen. Holy Elixir of the Judge 6th trial results. Engineered using the same methodology employed in developing Umbrella Corporation's T-Virus. Modification of the Holy Elixir obtained from the body of the Judge located at the coordinates RAC 10.1. Successful development of the Neo-Virus. When injected into organic tissue, the Neo-Virus initiates gene restructuring. Notable improvements in physical strength and regenerative ability are observed. Potential to temporarily stand against NIKKE's the new humanity, who oppose the divine. The following video compares the effects of varying dosage levels. Player touches the screen and a video begins to play. And on the dark screen... Oh! Uh-oh. That's violent murder! Blood-curdling screams ring out. Figures can be seen writhing and convulsing, bodies contorted. Some, desperate to relieve agonizing pain, scratch at their faces with such ferocity that their skin tears off. Ugh. Miranda, absorbed in the video, clings tightly to Jill's arm. Jill trembles, her face contorting in fury. The higher the dosage, the greater the increase in the physical and regenerative abilities. However, genetic mutation occurs too rapidly, causing the body to break down. The virus exhibits signs indicative of seeking new hosts. And additionally, regardless of dosage, all test subjects exhibit significant cognitive decline. Could this be effectively used in future plans? Future plans? Jill silently taps at the monitor, opening a new window. Project Reborn Evil. Human life falls into oblivion, throwing the world into turmoil. And the new life, NIKKE, has been created, a cruel distortion of all things sacred. In order for the judge to guide humanity to its reckoning, we, the Torch of Salvation, have initiated Project Reborn Evil. The Neo-virus will be disseminated throughout the Ark. Amidst the ensuing chaos, the judge shall be let in. Once humanity is offered to the judge and evil is purified, Project Reborn Evil will be complete. Evil shall be purified through the reckoning. God, guide these foolish mortals. So this cult hates NIKKEs so much that they have decided to infect people with like a rapture virus and to let raptures into the Ark. I think I'm understanding that correctly. Until evil is purified. 10 hours. Damn it. Jill, does this say anything about how to shut this shit down? There are only these records left, but Jill points to a corner of the lab. After reviewing the Project Reborn Evil file, a hidden passage opened, and in the direction Jill points, a passage leading deeper underground is revealed. Came back wrong trope. Death is not the end. Death is purification. The purification begins with death. Oh my god, how many times are we gonna do this? The merciless judges are obviously raptors. Oh, okay, this is Deperia's mom. Elsyria 9. I was happy. The lazy days I spent with my husband and my daughter, I can still remember them perfectly. Gathering at the dinner table every evening to talk about our day, lounging around watching TV, the quiet conversations before falling asleep. That sounds familiar. The patient's vitals are stable, and fortunately, he remains unconscious for reasons undetermined. At this stage, we can only continue to monitor his condition. May I ask what really happened on the surface? From what I've heard, he had an encounter with a Lord-class rapture. The NIKKEs who were recovered thankfully didn't suffer any brain damage. They'll be able to return to the battlefield once they're given new bodies. But as for your husband, I can't say for sure. So that's why she hates NIKKEs. A man named Miles Carter came to the center. He used to be a commander. After all the horrifying things he experienced on the surface, he now suffers from PTSD, and he's been drowning himself in alcohol for years. Did you endure such a horrific experience too? Is that why you're refusing to open your eyes? You know the NIKKEs who went up to the surface with you? They're returning to the battlefield today. So why aren't you? I have to go. Sweet dreams. Elsyria 9, I've been waiting for you. Huh? Me? Who might you be? If you're planning on visiting the center, here, take this. Your husband asked me to deliver it. What is this? The eyes of the judge are the torch of salvation, human life, and the world into turmoil. I can't make out the rest. Thin, thick black lines obscure the parts of text, and eventually they go on to fill the entire page. I turn to the next page. Countless eyes stare at me from them. Between the crimson eyes, faintly inscribed words can be seen. Fear not. Stand before the judge and reveal yourself. The surface is the altar of God, and death is the path to salvation. The path to salvation. Death is salvation. Death is the path that leads to salvation. Embrace the end beneath the flames of judgment. Oh god, she killed her husband. Go on ahead and wait for us. Depara and I will follow. We're returning to the happy days we once had. Oh my god! New revelation. Holy elixir. Rack 10.1 Reborn Live. Eliser, Mia, Veloa, Evan, Kyle, Marco. They ascended to the surface and received salvation from the judges. Miles, Carter, Lucas, Emily Cole, Iris Monroe consumed the holy elixir and were reborn. Elsiria 9, Depara. Through the holy elixir of the judge and the neovirus, they aim to purify evil within the Ark and receive salvation. Holy, a traitor hidden within the order, a new breed of human that defies the natural order, intended as a sacrificial offering before the sacred purification ritual, currently reflecting on her sins in the reformation chamber beneath the altar. Embrace the end. Beneath the flames of judgment, the torch of salvation shall be kindled. And with that, the cult leader's journal comes to an end. Oh, this is what the commander was reading with Ada. I forgot. My head is spinning. Those are the ramblings of someone deeply involved in a cult. Of course, any normal person would get dizzy reading this. Dee lets out a sigh, and without me noticing, she had quietly come over to read the journal. Have you contacted the higher-ups? Yes. Blaze Out Squad is due to arrive in 2 hours. And until then, we just lay around a bit. No. We need to resolve whatever problems we can and get out of here. Unless we want to go down in flames along with this mansion. Ooh, that sounds like fun. I say we resolve as many issues as we can, get out of here before the place burns down. This is our plan. This is our plan moving forward. First things first. Let's find this reformation chamber where Polly's being held. I don't know, has Dee met Polly before? I can't even remember if they've had interactions before this. I know a lot of the NIKKEs know each other, but I don't think all of them know each other. Hold on, the mansion's going up in flames? What are you talking about? I thought we've discussed this. This is the Ark's protocol for dealing with outbreaks. So their idea of an epidemic response plan is to burn everything to the ground. It's not just this place, am I right? You are. They will torch all the residences around the mansion as well, and if they deem the situation to be critical, they might even reduce the entire Outer Rim to ashes to stop the disease from reaching the Ark. What? What about the people living here? Don't be naive. Between the Ark and the Outer Rim, you know which one the central government prioritizes. Besides, surely you understand how dangerous a contagious disease would be in an enclosed space like the Ark. The central government will go with the best option available, as they always do. This isn't the best option. They're just taking the easy way out. Sacrificing the few to save the many. Exactly. That's precisely why the central government sees this as the best option. A tale as old as time. Going with whatever is most convenient. What if we put a stop to whatever the Torch of Salvation is up to? Will Blaze Out still intervene? Only if we can prove there's no risk of the Neo-virus spreading any further. I doubt they'd intentionally stir up trouble. You said Blaze Out scheduled to arrive in 2 hours. That's right. And we've got time. Let's reassess our next move. Dee, Ada, what do you think we should do? I need your input to decide our next course of action. Let's start with that. I'm fine with whatever. As long as we honor our deal, I'm game. Dee, my stance hasn't changed. I say we resolve as many issues as we can, get out before the place burns down. This can be our course of action. So you're taking the easy way out too. You can't be serious. Since entering the Outer Rim and on our way to the mansion, we didn't encounter a single mutated creature or infected person. This means the virus hasn't spread beyond the mansion yet. We have a chance to prove the Neo-virus won't spread further. That's the spirit! I did say we should resolve as many issues as possible. Alright, first we rescue Polly, then we find a way to deal with the Neo-virus situation. Now, where do we start looking? Well, according to these journals, Polly is reflecting on her sins in the reformation chamber beneath the altar. If she hasn't been sacrificed yet, that's where she's being held. There's gotta be a passage to the reformation chamber somewhere here. Somewhere here, huh? We just need to find whatever opens the passage, right? Yes. Are you just gonna stand there all day, Ada? Of course not. Our deal's still on, but I must say I'm surprised. I had you pegged as a puppet who mindlessly follows orders. Not a chance. Let's cut the chit-chat and find the passage. Right away! I love Ada. She's so sassy. What? Fuck you, Ada. I love her. She bites back. Thank you for the hydrate, Espada. And Storm, thank you for the 32-month resub. Thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoy the emotes. I hope you enjoy being ad-free. So close to 3 years. Oh my god, yeah, true. Man, it is weird to think about how long I've been streaming on Twitch and how long you've been here supporting me. I'm sure there are others that deserve the support of subs, but since I can only give one, I give it to you. I've been lurking since the start trying to think of what to say. Love your community, and I want you to keep having fun. Sorry for the long message. No need to apologize. Thank you, Storm. Thank you for the resub, and thank you for the primer. Thank you for, for thinking that I'm worth it, first of all. Thanks. And for just, I don't know, being here. You're always so consistent and helpful and always chatting and always being sweet. You're always such a good influence on the chat room. Thank you, Storm, for being here. Thank you for the support, and thank you for hanging out. Even when I'm doing stuff that, like, you don't really get, I always appreciate you being here and talking about it. She's sexy. True! It's okay. She can be kind of snarky. She's hot. As we search the second floor of the mansion, Ada calls us to the front of the altar. Among bowls, blades, and ornaments of unknown purpose lie a rapture core glowing red, looking ominous as ever. This looks pretty suspicious to me, don't you think? You're definitely right about that. It's extremely odd for a rapture core to just be sitting here like this. Dee, look over there. Dee stares silently at the altar for a moment before speaking. Nice find. Fairy, forget the core. Focus on what's around it. Around it? Prompted by Dee's words, I glance back at the altar again. The rapture core, the bowls and blades, and the candles faintly illuminating the area. Every so often, a cold breeze sweeps through and the candle flames flicker. Trails of smoke drift toward the platform behind the altar. Huh? Upon closer inspection, the smoke is being drawn into a narrow crack in the platform. I knock on the platform, and a dull echo rings from behind. I'm guessing there's a hidden space behind this. Bingo. That means our next step is... Ada rummages around the altar and points the rapture core toward the platform. Click. And the platform slides open, revealing a hidden passageway. I will go first. Ada grins and slips behind the platform. I peer in and am greeted by a staircase descending deep underground. Head down, Dee. Alright, stay sharp. We don't know what's waiting for us down there. Bodies. Lots of bodies. We walk down the long corridor when Ada, who's ahead of us, stops abruptly. What is it? See for yourself. As Ada steps aside, something piled up in layers comes into view. From regular civilian clothing to work, school, police, nurse, and military uniforms, a variety of clothes are piled together. A name tag on one of the military uniforms catches my eye. Miles Carter. Are these the clothes worn by the missing? There's more. Ada gestures silently. Several mass-produced NIKKEs lie collapsed beyond the pile of clothing. The condition of their bodies paints a clear image of what went on in here. Traitor hidden within the order. Suddenly, gunshots ring out. Is it from below? Holy snap out of it! Polly! Deep within the corridor. Gah. Query, fire the rocket launcher. Roger! Figures can be seen engaged in combat with a creature howling ferociously. Miranda and Query? But where are the others? You know them? Yeah. Well, they look like they're in a tight spot. We should help. When did she change her outfit? What? Out of nowhere, an axe flies in from behind, striking the creature dead on. He charges forward to grab the axe, promptly slamming it into the creature's exposed core in its lower half. Oh my god, she's so cool. By the time Dee pulls the axe free again, the creature has ceased shrieking. Oh, is she gonna be an undercover cop now? Yeah, she found nice clothes in that pit of bodies. Polly, are you awake? Miranda? Are you hurt? And Query, what are you two doing here? Oh, Depara, now's not the time to be standing around. Depara's headed to the surface. Calm down, Polly. You don't look good. Polly attempts to stand, but promptly drops back down. It's clear she suffered a great deal while trapped here. Commander, you're here too. I see some unfamiliar faces. About that. This is Jill and Claire. They were escaping from Raccoon City when their vision turned blurry. Then the next thing they knew, they ended up in this mansion. What? They got dragged in from another world through the D-Wave. Everyone, mind if I say something? And I explain the D-Wave in detail. So that's why things weren't adding up. Another world. But we can still return to our own world, right? Sure, all we've got to do is wake up the gatekeeper. And let's get that gatekeeper thing out of bed. But before we do that, there's something I need to ask. Does Umbrella Corporation also exist in this world? Umbrella Corporation? Yeah, it seems like Umbrella Corporation is behind what happened here in the mansion. I've never heard of Umbrella Corporation in our world. The documents we found in the mansion are the only data we have on Umbrella, but we'll have to dig around a little to get a full picture. So they don't exist here. But then why? Claire, let's hold off on waking up the gatekeeper for now. Why? You heard him. Although we don't know precisely what's going on, it's clear the Umbrella has some sort of influence on this world. We can't let it stand. We have to make things right before we leave. Make things right? Claire looks at Query. You said your colleague followed Depara all the way here, right? Then we've got to find him. Both Depara and your colleague, and everyone else who's gone missing. After that, we need to make sure they'll never be able to do this again. I'm sick of watching viruses rob people of what's precious to them. I remember this. That happened earlier. Oh, the clothes are separate from the bodies? I hope so, too. It just seems a little unsanitary. Like, I mean, Dee does look really hot, but that's also a little yucky. Yoink! They don't need it anymore. Listen, it's not about the fact she's wearing clothes she got from a corpse. It's more like those clothes were yucky. If we leave things like this, it'll bug me endlessly and I won't be able to focus on finding my brother. Alright, might as well give it a shot. So where do we begin? Hold up. I am really thankful everyone's offering their help, but there's still something left to verify. Verify? Yes. I still haven't heard that person's introduction. Holly's eyes drift toward Dee, who's sitting silently in the corner. At some point, without me noticing, she'd changed into a police uniform. With Claire looking the way she does, I volunteer to keep the Redfield bloodline going, Chris. Oh my god. Oh, thank you for the resub, Shadowblade. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. I'm liking this collab so far. I think the writing style of, like, Resident Evil and the writing style of NIKKE, it works pretty well together. It doesn't really feel as forced as, like, ReZero and Evangelion felt. I'm enjoying it so far. Agent Winners, BST. BST? Biohazard Strike Team. We deal with any incidents inside the Ark involving biohazards. After merging with the ACPU, we've been tasked to deal with the current incident involving the virus. My, very impressive. Effective immediately, I'll be joining your team. I presume I can count on your cooperation? Commander Barry will be personally leading this operation. Uh-huh. Is there a problem, Commander? It seems Dee doesn't want anyone to know she's with Perilous Siege. I'll play along for now. We could use any help you can give us, Polly. Okay, I'll try my best. I'm kind of in rough shape, though, so I might need some assistance. I believe that covers all the introductions. Shall we move on, Commander? Right. Okay, let's go over the situation again, and share what we've all learned in this mansion so far. The March to Survive. Pool their resources. The Torch of Salvation, a cult that refers to raptures as judges coming from heaven who will guide foolish mortals to their reckoning, and the cult firmly believes it will lead them to salvation in the process. The founder of this group is Alceria 9. As she was reportedly in despair, her husband, a former commander, remains comatose. It's believed she received a rapture core from an unknown individual which served as a catalyst for the cult's founding. After establishing the Torch of Salvation, Alceria enticed patients and visitors at the counseling center to join the cult. They began holding regular gatherings at a mansion in the Outer Rim. Some cultists were even sent to the surface and offered as sacrifices to raptures. All individuals who went missing in the past 2 weeks have been linked to the Torch of... Wait, what? To the Torch of Salvation. I missed the last word. Clothes were found at the entrance of the reformation chamber. The timeline of the disappearances coincides with the D-Wave incident. The disappearances began after cult members were used as test subjects during the development of the Neovirus. The Neovirus. Building upon the T-Virus, which hails from another world, it is synthesized by refining a holy elixir extracted from a raptor's body. This particular raptor is located at the coordinates RAC 10.1. When injected into organic matter, the virus significantly enhances physical and regenerative capabilities. However, side effects include bodily deterioration, significant cognitive decline, and increased violent tendencies. Spreading the Neovirus within the Ark to incite chaos and using the resulting confusion to allow raptors in was part of the Torch of Salvation's plans. This operation was codenamed Project Reborn Evil. If the situation is not resolved within 2 hours, Lays Out will initiate a full-scale purge. Does that about sum it up? It sounds like we've settled on a plan. We're here to put a stop to Project Reborn Evil. Is that it? When you put it like that, it sounds simple enough. It sure doesn't feel that way to me. Still, all we can do is try. With these many super cops in our midst, I'm sure things will work out somehow. Yeah, everything will work out somehow. But who exactly is this super cop you're talking about? I think that's about everything for now. We need to figure out how to stop this project from taking place. First, we stop the Neovirus from spreading outside the mansion. Second, we prevent the Raptors from infiltrating the Ark. Those are the two that really matter. You mentioned earlier that that's the way to the lab. Yeah, we came down from that side. Makes sense. Mary, if it's alright with you, I'll handle the virus. Huh? I've got a few ideas in mind. But it's a plan that requires Agent Winters from the BST. What do you say, Winters? Want to try your luck with me? Agent Winters, are you up to it? No issues on my end. Alright then. I'll leave the virus to Ada and Winters. As for the Raptors... About the Raptors, there's something I wanted to share. What's that? Well, I was caught by the cultists not long after sneaking into the mansion, so I'm embarrassed to say I didn't discover anything noteworthy. But I did come across something that could serve as a clue. And what's that? Basically, up until a moment ago, Depara was being held here with me. But the cult leader came and took her away just before all of you arrived. And while she was here, I heard her say something. All preparations are complete. It's time to head to the surface to face our reckoning. Winters, do you know if there's an abandoned elevator nearby? There's one elevator left, but it's supposed to be decommissioned. Coordinates? I'll ask my partner to send it over right away. Alright, as fast as you can, please. Then, while Ada and Winters are handling the virus, the rest of us will make sure the cult leader doesn't make it to the surface. Uh-oh. That noise. I knew things wouldn't be this easy. Holy, can you move? I'll be fine. You all go on ahead. I can buy you time. Wait, are they gonna leave Polly for dead? That is so fucked up. Surely they're not just gonna abandon her, right? I told you it was okay to go on ahead. Why did you two decide to stay? Because you can't even stand up properly right now. I could say the same about you, Miranda. I'm fine. A thunderous sound echoing down the passage grows closer. This feels like a nightmare. Wouldn't you agree, Miranda? Yeah. Wait, huh? I said this feels like something out of a nightmare. Which part exactly? Aren't you gonna pinch me to make sure I'm not dreaming? Are you sure you're okay? You're shaking pretty badly. That sound keeps reminding me of something. That abomination we ran into earlier and all those things we saw in the lab, they keep popping up in my head. And my body just keeps shaking. It's all very scary, isn't it? Yeah, I figured. It's not too late. You can still leave and catch up to the others if you want. We'll take care of the creature. That's right, you don't have to stay behind just because of me. But before, when the Ark was in danger, there was something you said, Polly, that we're police officers, so protecting the civilians and keeping the Ark safe, that's what police officers are meant to do. That's why I'm choosing to stay behind. In order for the others to solve the problem, someone needs to keep the creature distracted. Only then can we protect the civilians and keep the Ark safe. I may not be able to stop trembling, but... Polly? Polly places a hand on top of Miranda's head. Thanks, Miranda, for choosing to stay behind for that reason. I'm so glad. Looks like there are solid cops in this world, too. Miranda, you were asking earlier who the super cop was. Yeah, I'm still curious. Well, I don't think we need to look any further. Huh? From one super cop to another, let's take this thing down. Aww, that was so cute! That is especially wholesome considering Miranda is literally a spy and not an actual cop. That is so wholesome. Yeah, Polly looking goofy as ever. True. Beneath Dee's axe, the grotesque creature that attacked the lab lets out a final cry. Aren't you done yet? Patience is a virtue, Dee. Your boyfriend might not like it if you act like that. Or should I say, Winters? When it's just us, you can call me Dee. Dee yanks the axe out from the core and glances toward Ada. Despite the pitched battle occurring right beside her... Wait, I thought Miranda was a spy. I thought that was like an open secret. Or am I thinking of Neon? Maybe Neon and Miranda. I got mixed up in my head. Because I thought Miranda's whole thing is that she sucks so bad at being a cop because she was placed there by, what's her face? The Elysian lady. Wait, hold on. Want to hear a strange benefit? I have 2 devices. I can put that in the deaf ear while watching. I usually just mute the tab. Whenever I'm lurking streams or like watching, usually it's only streams actually. When I'm lurking streams, I just mute the tab. Ada, without so much as a glance, remains hunched over a computer terminal, typing furiously at the keyboard. Judging by the countless black windows and lines of commands being inputted, she's trying to hack in. If this isn't going to work, say it now. We need to come up with another plan. Yeah. Ada resumes clacking away at the keyboard. Deeming herself incapable of contributing at the computer, Dee heads towards the incubation chamber. Corpses lie scattered outside the broken chamber across a sea of shattered glass. It's a horrific sight, but Dee gazes unflinching. She reads the names written out on each hospital gown one by one. Edward Monroe, Lily Monroe, Blake. As if she's making a vow to remember them all. Once finished, she then approaches the grotesque creature she's just taken down. And her axe carves an arc through the air, leaving a black streak. The creature is cleaved in 2. The upper body of a mass-produced NIKKE and the lower limbs of a rapture. Dog tags are... Found them. BH1996322. Ada, who had been typing away at the keyboard, froze. What is it? I'm just curious what you're doing. Are you looking for someone? No. What then? I'm memorizing their names so I can verify them when we get back to the Ark. That way I can find out who they were. And I need to find out why they came to believe in the Torch of Salvation and all the things they've done along the way before I can make an objective judgment about their death. That's the only way. Only by knowing what led to this can we prevent a second Torch of Salvation. Can I ask you something? Does working behind a wall of anonymity ever get tiring? If you were to die, no one would ever know what you've done, or that you even had these thoughts. It doesn't matter. If my actions tip the cosmic scales even slightly toward the side of good, I'll do whatever it takes. And more importantly, there's someone now who will remember me. Someone who will remember you. That's great. Enough. Let's finish this. That reminds me. Ada pulls up a new window on the monitor, and at the bottom of the document titled Project Reborn Evil, Evil Purified in 92300. The countdown that had been ticking has come to a halt. The Neo-virus won't spread to the Ark. I've wiped all the data related to the T-virus, so don't worry too much. You could have told me that earlier. I'll take that as a thank you. And now then... Ada stretches and begins rummaging through the pockets of the researchers lying motionless beside the computer. Why don't we see what kind of people we're dealing with? Hey Dee, did you know? Usually among researchers like these, there are always bound to be one that has a tiny shred of conscience left. Enough to stash a vaccine somewhere. Out of nowhere, Ada reveals a vaccine sample in her hand. And now that I've got a hold of this, our deal's complete. Or deal. Without another word, Ada begins to head out of the lab. Ada, you sure you don't need to go? To check in on your boyfriend, I mean? I guess I should. She doesn't deny it. As Dee exits the lab, a cool breeze brushes past her ear. Ada is perched on the windowsill of a wide-open window. Take this. Ada tosses something. What's this? It's a USB drive, adorned with ornate engravings. A pair of perfectly balanced scales is etched onto the surface. Consider it a payment for your honesty. Well then. With that, Ada fires a hook shot and vanishes out the window. Typical Ada Wong. Behind the mansion, along the path leading to the elevator, a veritable mountain of garbage has piled up. Ugh. It reeks. I can't believe they put a trash dump right behind the mansion. How do they stand being so close to this stench? I guess they just got used to it. What? Residents here used to pick through heaps of trash dumped from the Ark, searching for anything they can salvage. They make a living selling what they can find. You just have to learn to live with the smell if you want to survive in the Outer Rim. Let me get this straight. They make ends meet by selling trash dumped from the Ark, and putting up with smells like this is the reality people face in this world? Yes. Reality is unforgiving no matter where you go. Query? Query fidgets with her rocket launcher in silence. Hey, Query? Yes? Any for your thoughts? Oh, I was just thinking, is it really okay? Is what okay? I can't help but think that someone other than me should have tagged along. Someone with more field experience, like Agent Winters, or someone who's more suited for combat. You were blasting things left and right with that rocket launcher, and now you're second-guessing yourself? Well, before this, most of what I'd done was administrative work. Except under special circumstances, Polly or Miranda handle field operations. Saving all of humanity. This is such a monumental task. Isn't it better left to someone else? Come on, none of that stuff matters. I was just an ordinary college student, but I survived Raccoon City, and now I'm surviving just fine here, too. It's what's in here that counts. Our hearts. Claire lightly taps her chest with her fist. Oh, she's so charming. Watching Claire, Query mutters quietly. That's what counts? You came all the way to this dangerous place because you wanted to save your friend. And not only did you rescue Polly, you did it with style. That means you can save Depara, too. Hell, you could save all of humanity. You've got what it takes. Think so? Of course. And there's more good news. What's that? You're not alone, because you've got me. So, that's comforting, right? A faint smile crosses Query's face at Claire's words. Yeah, I feel really reassured. See? So it's what's inside that counts. Whew. How has nobody told her this before? Query grips the launcher tightly with what seems like newfound resolve. Shall we keep moving? Yes! I spot the elevator Kay told us about in the distance. Here too, huh? We can't catch a break, can we? In front of the elevator stood more of the same creatures we've been fighting this whole time. Query lifts her loaded launcher. I'll take the lead! Aww. After the battle in front of the elevator... Alceria 9 lies on the ground in a heap, her abdomen torn open. It looks like one of the monsters got to her. Life falls into oblivion, into turmoil. Cruel distortions of all things sacred, cold, metallic judges. Do not resist. Alceria 9. The plan you and the Torch of Salvation put together is going to fail. Fail? That's right. Doing this won't save anyone. Heathens like you wouldn't understand. Just you wait. On the day of reckoning, we'll see who is saved. Death is the only path that leads to salvation. While tending to the delirious cult leader's wounds, Query shakes her head. Suddenly, the cult leader starts speaking to someone other than those of us present. Her eyes lose focus and their light dims. You're waiting for me, aren't you? I told you Depara and I would come. We'd return to the happy days and receive salvation with Depara. Depara in the elevator. The elevator? Inside the elevator, countless homemade explosives cover the floor. 14, 25, 24, 23. A countdown display in the center ticks down 1 second at a time like a time bomb. And in addition to the bombs, I spot Depara lying on the floor. Claire, don't! It's too dangerous! Query holds back Claire, who is going to rush into the bombs. But countless bombs, with a timer ticking down and Depara lying in the middle. Claire's eyes dart back and forth before she shuts them. Then, recalling someone, she utters a name. The young girl she met in her own world. Sherry. I'm sorry, Query. She shakes off Query and, ignoring the bombs, rushes straight to Depara. Are you okay? Depara is limp and doesn't respond. She's still breathing. Distinct needle marks can be seen on her shoulder. No. Claire, fall back. She might be infected. I don't care! I can't leave her like this, and even if she is infected, as long as there's a vaccine, we can treat her. I don't know if a vaccine exists, but it's better than giving up on her. And it's always better to put up a fight. Is this what you're looking for? Ada holds a syringe filled with a red liquid. I told you I wouldn't let the Neo-virus leave this mansion, right? You'd better use it quickly, and I do mean quickly. We should do something about these explosives while we're at it. Oh, I'll do it! I've memorized all the procedures for handling explosives circulated in the Ark. Alright, and once they're taken care of, I think we've done everything we can here, wouldn't you agree? Looks like it. Depara, can you hear me? Don't move! I'm gonna give you something that will help you. It's gonna sting! Looks like we still have a few loose ends. Loose ends such as... Rack 10.1, the location where the virus's components are found. If we want to put an end to all of this, we'll need to take care of that, too. Exactly. Once things settle down here, we'll take care of it. Well then, since our deal has concluded, I guess this is where I make my exit. Oh, right, that woman, Elsyria 9, was it? She was holding on to something important. I suggest you'd look into it. You might find something interesting. Well then, I leave it to you. Be sure you make the right decisions. Ada. And by the time I turn, Ada's already gone. The inside of the elevator is in complete disarray. Elsyria 9's vision fades and memories of the past flash before her eyes. Gathering at the dinner table, watching TV, the quiet conversations. Memories of happier days begin to fade and are replaced by new ones. Her husband's hospital room, where she stood witnessing his final moments. The eyes of Elsyria and her husband lock. I thought she killed him. Didn't she unplug his life support? It's what's inside that counts, and I have 2 wolves. It's what's inside that counts, and inside me is furries. 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 50 seconds. You're 3 minutes and 50 seconds behind schedule. What were you planning to do if I hadn't held up Blaze out at the outer rim? Hey? Hey gives a subdued wave. Her body is slightly singed in several places. What happened to you? Oh, this! I ran into a real nasty piece of work. But don't worry, my cover's still intact. Anyway, I heard from Barry. Sounds like things are pretty much wrapped up on your end. Yeah. And by the look on your face, I take it things didn't pan out well? What about the cult leader and Depara? Over there. Kay sees Depara sobbing, her arms wrapped around her knees. Kay furrows her brow upon seeing the cult leader collapse nearby. You're right, things ended badly. Still, if her expression is any indication, I'd say the cult leader paid for her sins. What did you decide about the mansion? Blaze Out plans to torch the place along with the nearby residential areas. They told me to get out before it's too late. So they've decided there's no point leaving it standing. Well, I guess. Be it the Neo-virus or the Torch of Salvation, it seems they're nipping both in the bud for good. Maybe they want to bury the fact any of this ever happened. I already checked. There aren't any survivors, so don't make that face. Thanks. Speaking of which, where are Barry and the others? I thought you were with them. They went to the surface. They said they're ending this mess. Why did you follow them? I've got something to wrap up here. And what's that? They said Ada vanished the moment she handed over the vaccine sample. I'm going after her. Yeah, I'm heading off now. Make sure you look after Depara. Later. What? Hey, do I look like a babysitter? He steps out of the mansion. Do you? You look like a professional, and I think it is your job to handle the, you know, the cult members and the corpses. She doesn't even have to do anything about the corpses. She just has to take care of the one person who survived. Upon reaching the surface, we head towards the coordinates RAC 10.1. Jill is intently studying scripture. It's the scripture Elsyria 9 had clung onto until her dying breath. Thus spoke the Lord, salvation lies beneath the merciless judges. Imbibe the holy elixir and cast off the sins of your mortal flesh. Reborn as a greater being. Doesn't seem to be anything particularly noteworthy. Yeah, it's just these strange prayers from the start. Upon turning a page, Jill's jaw drops in surprise. What is it? She turns the scripture toward me. Something inscribed in red lettering, RAC 10.1. Beneath the merciless judges, the altar with the holy elixir, there is a revelation. Revelation? Could it be something that's written after? Jill skims through the scripture. Apparently, some documents appeared one day, scattered around the altar. The research papers detailing the T-virus experiments we saw earlier. The believers of the Torch of Salvation regarded this as a way to fulfill their destiny. A revelation from God. Umbrella will pave the way forward for us. After these initial sentences, all that follows is writing praising Umbrella Corporation. They didn't have access to any information about the D-Wave or other worlds, so they deified the Umbrella documents as holy relics. Since to them, the information they needed suddenly materialized out of nowhere. So we've got our answer. Those that got caught in the D-Wave and crossed over wasn't just us, but these documents. That seems to be the case. Kay said she's handling disposing of the documents. Well, now that that's cleared up, let's focus on the task at hand. Seems we've arrived to where it all began. Oh, awful. Yeah. Amongst the ruins, there's an altar in the distance. Several unarmed bodies sprawled around it, expressions peaceful. I assume that's the target. An enormous rapture stands behind the bodies, looking strangely out of place. It remains motionless as if rooted to the ground. Commander, requesting permission to engage. Are you sure about this, Polly? You should have gone back to the Ark with Depara. I'm sure. I'm totally fine. Miranda and Query are here after all. And we've got Jill and Claire, too. That's right, the super cops are all assembled. You're really fixated on that word, aren't you? It's probably because nobody has ever called her that before. Oh shit, welcome! Welcome, welcome. Hello, Peachy! Wait, I'm sorry, Peach Tea! I love that name, Peach Tea VT. That is so cute. Welcome in, thank you, welcome Peach Picnic Raiders. Hello, hello, my name is Barry. I am a big slime VTuber. I like to play lots of different games on this stream, but today I am playing NIKKE, Goddess of Victory. We are checking out the new Resident Evil collab for spooky season. If you guys haven't checked out NIKKE before, it is a gacha game produced by a Korean company, Korean dev team called Shift Up. It has a lot of horror content, a lot of NSFW content. So far this collab has been pretty heavy on the horror, not so much on the NSFW. But we're doing a read-through of the event, checking out the new characters like Jill and Claire and Ada, and reading through the story to see what the devs came up with for this collab. Very fitting for Halloween. I hope you had a good stream. What were you up to? What were you playing? What were you doing on your stream? And if you gotta head out, thank you so much again for the raid. No problem if you do have to go get something to eat or get some water or get some rest. I totally get it. Let me see. How much more do we have here, honestly? Let's see. Last Judgment. We are literally at the very end of this event. There is some left, but yeah, not very much. It looks like we're down to the last couple here. Yeah, yeah. We're like almost done here. I did NIKKE art and just chatting. Did you check out the, what's it called? Did you read through all of the story event too? Or were you just doing your dailies and such? I haven't checked out the mini game yet, really. I've only played it like once, but it looks really cute. Best girl Miranda finally getting screen time. I know, it is really nice to see Miranda getting some character development. I feel like, I feel like Miranda, despite being one of those standard banner characters that's been out since launch, she doesn't really get much screen time. Same with Polly. A full team of 5? Yeah, we've got the whole loadout going out here onto the surface. Very lore accurate. No worries, no worries. Also, welcome back, Phantorum. You haven't missed much. We're just reading through the event. Her treasure story is super touching. I have to admit, I have never gone through Miranda's treasure story. I've only done Helm's. Helm's is the only treasure I've actually made and gone through. Alright, Polly, are you sure about this? We've got Jill and Claire, the super cops. Alright, commence engagement. Let's do this. It may look like it's lodged in the ground, but all the same, don't let your guard down. We don't know what it's capable of. Understood! Encounter! Oh, it was like right at the end anyway. And then if I were actually doing this with the pacing of the story, I would have a fight here, but I've already done it. With a thunderous crash, the Rapture collapses. Good work, everyone. Whew, that's a wrap on the whole virus mess, right? An ominous-looking fluid seeps from the Rapture's carcass. This must be the fluid the Torch of Salvation regards as the holy elixir. To make sure we don't have a repeat of this incident, we should submit it to MMR for analysis. I'll request an investigation. We can't let something like this ever happen again. The ACPU will keep a close eye on it. We'll make sure this mess doesn't take place again. That's reassuring. I'm glad the Ark has people like you looking after it. Aw, Polly is so cute. We've got to do our best so that our citizens can feel safe. That's right! I'll work even harder so I won't be nervous next time. I'm rooting for you. So all we have to do now is take the Rapture called Gatekeeper, right? Where do we find it? I'm all warmed up. Let's go in there and finish this fast. About that. Ah, I have a question. Yes? Have you two always been this radiant? Light is emanating from Jill and Claire's bodies, which can only mean one thing. Gatekeeper is awakened. Jill, Claire, it's time to go home. Wait, they're leaving? Just like that? After going through all of that, you don't even get to see the Ark? It's alright. I fulfilled my duty as a cop. Protect civilians, defend the Ark. That alone is reason enough for me to end up in this world. Wouldn't you agree, Miranda? Yeah. You're right. Thank you for everything. Miranda salutes Jill and Claire with pride. And seeing this, Polly and Query mirror Miranda and salutes them too. Despite the confusion of being thrust into another world, the three of you still went out of your way to help us. You never gave up and never faltered in the face of danger, and for that, I really can't thank you enough. Aw, it's the least we could do. Now you're making me blush. By the way, Query, I'm counting on you to look after Depara. Take good care of her. She's gonna feel pretty alone. Got it. Leave it to me. And Winters, was it? Send her my regards as well. I certainly will. Well, seems it's time to go. Claire waves and Jill salutes in silence as their bodies become enveloped in light. So we didn't even fight the actual gatekeeper this time. Soon the light dissipates and the women vanish. And I guess Ada poofed with them. In a back alley of the Outer Rim, in the distance, a mansion is ablaze. Oh, there she is. I didn't expect to find you here. I just wanted to see how everything wrapped up. You're late. I thought you'd show up a little sooner. Ada holds something up and waves it. It's the tracker D planted. So you knew. So what can I do for you? Kay told me. Jill and Claire got pulled into this world through a D-wave only a few hours ago, but you've been in the Ark for 2 weeks now. That's right. I had a nice little tour of the Ark. Fascinating place. More to it than I expected. What kind of deal did you make with X? You know perfectly well I won't answer that. A moment later, Ada's body is enveloped in light. I guess we'll have to cut our conversation short. since you came all the way out here, let me give you a little parting gift, D. People like us, who work in the shadows, we have to have an ace hidden up our sleeve, ready to use whenever we need it. Catch my drift? Well, no parting words? Thanks. I appreciate you helping us see this through. Well then, I'll see you around. Take care, D. Like I said, the writing for Resident Evil really does fit the NIKKE writing. With a lot of these collabs, it's kind of like... I said this at the beginning of the stream. With a lot of these collabs, it doesn't feel like the writing really works with NIKKE. It feels very forced. Like, they're just trying to, you know, put another intellectual property in to sell skins. But I have to say, with this Resident Evil collab, NIKKE and Resident Evil really do work together. Like, I don't know. These characters were really working well together, in my opinion. An ace up their sleeve, huh? In Dee's hand is the USB Ada gave her. Is that why you gave this to me? Like, I could literally see Ada, Jill, and Claire, like, being NIKKE's, or even just as themselves as humans, like, in this world. Dee disappears into the shadows. I'm curious about... So, this was the part 2 story, but there's still half of the part 2 story that isn't out yet. And I am very curious about what exactly is going to happen, because I think that whole X thing that they were talking about, that's like part of Dee's background, isn't it? I'm waiting until hard mode is done. Ugh, yeah, I'm like... I thought the second part of hard mode was already out, so I decided to stream it today. And then, like, after I'd already gotten stream started and looked, I noticed that the other half of part 2 is not even out yet. And I'm like, oh my god. I want to know what's gonna happen. I want to know what's gonna happen with Daypara and X. Those are, like, pretty big parts of Dee's backstory. And Daypara looks like an actual NIKKE. She doesn't look like a background character. I'm really curious. Her treasure is super touching. Aside from the story, yeah, Treasure Helm is super good. Yeah, I think, yeah, Helm is literally the only character I've done a treasure on so far. Her treasure isn't even maxed out yet. I'm still working on it. Yeah, I need more special coding agents still. Oh, Bacon! Vex, thank you guys for the resub. I hope y'all enjoy the emotes. I hope y'all also enjoy not having to watch ads. Okay. I want to go look through their Bond story events. So, Ada, Jill, and Claire are already gone by the time the second half of the part 2 comes out. So I have to assume it's going to be, like, the actual NIKKE cast for the last part of the event, right? I don't think there's any way they can prevent getting sucked in by the gatekeeper, so... Okay. I want to go look at the, I want to look at the Bond stories for Ada and Jill. I haven't done Claire yet, to be honest. But I would really like to see what Ada and Jill's are. Start with Jill. After receiving word that Polly went missing during the investigation, Jill and Miranda find themselves at her last known location, a mansion in the Outer Rim. During their search of a junk-filled storeroom, they discover and solve a puzzle which reveals a secret tunnel. They decide to follow the passage, and eventually they came upon a laboratory. Unlike the mansion's decrepit exterior, the lab is equipped with surprisingly modern equipment. However... Oh my... God! Bodies are strewn about the room, evidence that the experiments conducted here were far from ordinary. Adding to the dread was a researcher lying in the corner, collapsed and muttering. Yeah, I remember this. This was from the main story. And then they start reciting that weird prayer again. The researcher collapses and a gaping hole has been torn through the center of his torso, as if something had forced its way out from within. Hey, are you okay? Miranda shakes the body of the researcher, staining her hands red. It's too late. Oh no. Jill clasps Miranda's hand, which was now trembling. With her other hand, she gently closes the researcher's eyes. Miranda's legs give out and she falls to her knees. What What on earth happened here? Jill scans the room in silence. Something in the researcher's hand catches her eye. What's this? As she picks it up, she realizes it's a notebook drenched in blood. She opens it carefully, and on the first page, in neat handwriting, it reads, Day 1. Analysis of the holy elixir of the judge bestowed by the cult leader is complete. The cult leader was right. The central government hides the truth. Raptures are God's judges, not enemies of mankind. I see no issue with accepting their offer and joining the project. And by which I mean I must join it. New humans who defy the will of God shall be purged by those who accept it. Beneath the flames of judgment, the torch of salvation blazes. Like, this is pretty specifically, like, anti-NIKKE sentiment, right? It feels like, with that mom, too, a lot of this is, like, people who are bitter about NIKKEs again. Oh, Zodiac Crest, thank you for the gifted. Thank you, thank you. I think Gokeko is lurking right now, but I hope they appreciate the emotes being ad-free. If they're here and lurking and they can hear and see their sub, they should thank you. Beck, hello. 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 How are you doing, Beck? Happy spooky season. Happy October. My favorite time of year is finally here. Jill looks up from the notebook and is once again jolted back to the present by the horrific scene before her. See? This is my favorite time of year. So spooky. Corpses hang from shattered tubes. We're getting freaking festive up in here. Bodies of researchers lie strewn about, torn to pieces and disfigured. Jill's head throbs as a memory from Raccoon City comes rushing back. How can they be so cruel? Meanwhile, raptures are God's judges. How can anyone say such a thing? Miranda, her eyes fixed on the notebook, starts to get a headache as events from the Ark play back in her mind. The sky collapses, and with a deafening bang, raptures pour through. People scream and flee, while Miranda is frozen in terror. That day, if these people knew what had happened in the Ark that day, they wouldn't be saying this. Miranda. NIKKEs fell, citizens died, and the raptures, mankind's mortal enemy, trampled over them without a care. Miranda, get a hold of yourself. I know it's hard in the face of such nightmarish things, but you've got to keep it together. There's no way of knowing when another trap will trigger, or when another infected creature will jump out at us. You want to save your city, its people, and your missing friend, right? Yes. Then you've got to keep your head clear. Okay, I will. Good. Let's keep looking. We need to figure out what happened here. Jill flips through the notebook. Amid blood-stained page after blood-stained page, she comes across something legible. Failed, 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 yet another failure. Clearly, the flesh of mortals is far too limited to accept the holy elixir of the judge. I need a way to raise their tolerance. Through revelation, I was able to refine the holy elixir. At last, I found a way to raise the subject's tolerance. 5th trial results. Successful! Upon injecting a stray canine with the holy elixir, I observed significant increases to both its physique and regenerative abilities. All preparations are complete. Evil must be purified. It is time to proceed. The fact that this was literally all just because one lady was upset about her husband dying on the surface is crazy. Yo, Ari, welcome, welcome! Oh, Ari, I bought some. I got some from one of my guildies. I paid them. I can buy the design off you, though. If you have the, what's it called? The glyph imprint? I think that's what it's called. The one with the actual picture. I can buy that off of you. I didn't realize they had changed the glyphs a while ago to where we could just, like, give each other the designs and copy them off of each other. When did they add that? Hallowed be thy ween. My ween is so hollow right now. I have a question. Do I also need to take that injection now? Miranda points to a syringe on the floor. A bead of blood clings to the needle tip. It appears to be a syringe used to inject the virus. I signed that form earlier, the consent form. I didn't read it carefully. I had no idea I was agreeing to join this. If I had, I would have listened to Query. She told me to always read carefully before you sign anything. Just because you signed doesn't mean you have to go through with it. Oh, really? You don't want to end up like the people here, do you? No. Miranda glances toward the tubes and a shiver runs down her spine. It must have been agonizing. I'm sure it was. As she speaks, Jill's eyes go distant, her mind drifting out of the lab, off to somewhere far away. The flames of burning debris flicker in the plaza beneath a clock tower. After severing her pursuer's arm with an iron gate, Jill breathes a sigh of relief when a tentacle surges forward and pierces her. And then, snapping back into the present, Jill rubs her right arm. The scar has long since healed. It really is agonizing. Oh? Oh. Instead of replying, Jill flips through the notebook again. Another bloody page. And another one. She flips through several until she finds one that's legible. Day 17, probably. My memory is hazy. It's been a few days since the 6th trial, but I don't know what's happened in that time. And I'm sure that I was going to shut the project down, so I went to see the cult leader. And I don't remember anything past that. It feels like there's something crawling around inside me. My whole body itches. I'm so hungry. I'm so thirsty. Ah, I know why my memory is hazy. I found an injection mark below my neck. I can hear the screaming. Itchy. I have to stop them. It itches. The project cannot go on. Itches. Project Reborn Evil must be shut down. Well, that was the last one. As subjects must be set free. The dogs must run and play with people. They look happy. I want to play too. Itchy, 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 itchy. Hungry, body isn't listening. Something came out of my chest that looks tasty. Itchy, tasty. So that's why the infected dogs were roaming. Jill closes the diary and immediately notices papers scattered near the computer. Papers bearing the Umbrella logo. Jill furrows her brow. We have to stop this. We cannot allow a repeat of Raccoon City. Miranda looks at the bodies scattered across the lab and then speaks, her voice somber. We won't. We're going to put an end to this, for the safety of the Ark and all its citizens. Jill and Miranda think on the past, each recalling a different scene. For one, the peaceful streets of Raccoon City, and for other, the peaceful streets of the Ark. Then, their resolve burns as they both envision the same awful outcome. A city in flames. Okay, let's do this. Jill approaches the computer. Since we've come all this way, I want to find out more before we leave, especially about the project this person wanted to shut down. Jill touches the monitor and it turns on immediately. There's a lab log here and a video comparing the mutations from different doses of the neovirus. A video? Yeah, I'm gonna press play. Are you ready? Sure. Alright, here goes. A video begins to play on the monitor, and as Jill and Miranda watch to the end, their resolve becomes unshakable. They're determined to protect what matters most to them. Honestly, I am so grateful for Miranda getting this character development. Like, Dee has gotten quite a bit of character development, but Miranda really does deserve it. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, I am dehydrated. Let me dink my oiter. This music is making me think of Gabriel Ghostly Groove. What's Ghostly Groove? Is that like a musician? Evie, thank you for the resub. Thank you for the 45. Thank you for the 45 months. Huge, big, enormous. Technically, all weens are hollow. It's called a urethra. Technically, all human beings are hollow. They're just long meat donuts, right? Every human has a hole going all the way through them. The chain of disappearances and the torch of salvation. To uncover the connection between these three, confirm the identities of the missing, and if possible, rescue them, I came with Dee to an old mansion in the Outer Rim. Inside the mansion, we encounter a mysterious woman. Name's Ada. I made it out of Raccoon City, but my vision went blurry, and when I came to, this dangerous mansion had appeared. I've been investigating the area ever since. We learned that she's from another world and was swept up in the D-Wave incident, and in the mansion, a new virus is being developed, the Neo virus. It's built on the T virus that had spread through Ada's world, and so the D-Wave incident enters a new phase. Barry, I'm reporting this to the higher-ups. Yep, we'll need to get the Blaze Out squad. I remember this from the main story. Now that your girlfriend's gone, I'll give you whatever intel you need. Hand me the developer. I'll give you this thing from my jacket, and it's the Cult Leader Journal. Below that, you see it? Huh. Here. Ada points to something. A rough sketch is scrawled on it. A rectangle forms the base with candles flickering at both ends, and in the center a crimson eye glows ominously. It looks like... Is that the altar? To be depicting the altar I'm standing in front of. Creepy, isn't it? But that's not the worst of it. So much blood spilled here. Beneath the altar, the sketch shows countless people lying there bleeding. Oh god. Ew. It's a 3DS game? Oh, okay, okay. Fuck water? Don't fuck water. Water's for drinking, not for fucking. A sticky red liquid clings to my skin. That should be enough to prove this is the cult leader's diary. Looks like it. Were they sacrificed here at the same time? Again. I mean, you've seen something like this before. Wait, did I read that? Were they sacrificed again this time? Wait, again? You mean you've seen something like this before? I came across something similar while working on a job related to the Torch of Salvation on the surface. In a clearing, a small altar stands surrounded by bowls, blades, and ornaments. And... man, this is seriously messed up. I don't think anyone's left alive. What in the world happened here? They were all unarmed civilians. There were no signs of resistance or even anyone fleeing. Is it just me or do their faces look kind of off? How so? They all look so peaceful, as if they're asleep. That's creepy. Peaceful as if they're asleep. Curious. Later, I found out that the Torch of Salvation followers believed being killed by a rapture is their path to salvation. They see the raptures as a divine judge. Strange belief, if you ask me. That would explain the serene expressions. Right. Even in their last moments, they were convinced they were being saved by offering themselves to the raptures. I've got a question. Aren't raptures the enemies of humanity in this world? Yet the Torch of Salvation worships them as gods? That's probably why the art considers them a problem. A religion that worships the enemy of humanity as their god. Would explain it. Why they all have such peaceful smiles. Just as Ada says in the sketch, the faces of those lying in blood wear faint smiles. What about you? Would you willingly give your life for your faith? I suppose I could, as long as the faith isn't misguided. How can you be sure your faith isn't misguided? Why couldn't they see they were in the wrong? What makes you any different from them? Maybe the difference is whether someone's there to stop you from going too far down the wrong path. Someone to keep you from straying. Not a bad idea. After that, Ada silently stares off somewhere as if recalling someone. For now, I decide to continue reading the diary. And just as I'm about to turn the page, Ada speaks up. If you plan to keep reading, brace yourself. It only gets worse. Yeah, that was what we had read in the main story, I'm pretty sure, was that awful shit about all the experimentation that happened. Unless you sew it shut or remove the hole. Oh, didn't Vsauce do a video about that? Yeah, I don't think the human donut thing, I don't think I'm the first one to come up with that, TBH. I don't know about the donut analogy. Maybe a sausage with cheese filling, but instead it's blood? A blood sausage? No, it's like a donut because you have a hole running all the way through from your mouth to your asshole. And then all of the meat wrapped around it is like the bread of the donut. Virus hasn't spread outside, unable to confirm hostile life forms. Yeah, I wish I was filled with cheese right now. Are you kidding me? My god, ideal existence, to be honest. From a distance, I faintly hear Dee's voice. She seems to be calmly reporting the situation, but her stiff expression tells me she's struggling. It's getting to you, isn't it? Worrying about it won't change anything. Right now, gathering information takes priority. I'll leave the rest to D and focus on what lies ahead. Human life falls into oblivion. New life has been created. Merciless judges. Do not resist. The end is nigh, oh God. Another sketch appears, a rapture radiating crimson light as it gazes down upon the world. People kneel before it, and behind them lie the fallen. Judging by the weapon she's holding, I'm guessing that's a NIKKE. If it's a NIKKE, then clearly it's a weapon made to fight the raptures. Oops, what did she say? That's what we call humans who step up to fight the raptures. By how brutally they're depicted, I'd wager the Torch of Salvation considered them quite the thorn in their side. Maybe they seem to deem them a new kind of human that defies the will of God. The sketch shows NIKKE bodies that had been brutally torn apart as if struck down by raptors. No, they weren't attacked by raptors. To defy the will of God is to be cast out or something along those lines. Before the rapture, people are portrayed kneeling. In their hands, they hold what appear to be the remnants of fallen NIKKE bodies. I silently turn the page. The next page shows a laboratory, a space filled with incubation tubes. I see many people, some receiving injections, some sealed inside, others fighting against NIKKE. And beneath the sketch, strange words are written once again. He who imbibes the holy elixir shall shed the flesh of the sinner and be reborn as a greater being. Pain is but a prelude to transformation, and death the echo of new birth. Fear not. Beside it, in small letters, using divine data, we have succeeded in developing the Neo-virus. New humans who defy the will of God shall be purged by those who accept it. Believers, join the purification. A note written in red. Is this what it's referring to? And scattered across the altar are numerous T-virus experiment reports. Ada told me some time ago that the T-virus rewrites the genetic structure of living beings, lowering intelligence while enhancing physical capabilities, turning its hosts into something like living corpses. If the Neo-virus was created based on that and has the same effects, new humans who defy the will of God shall be purged. I think I'm starting to understand what these sketches are showing and what the Torch of Salvation is scheming. So that's where the D-Wave is coming from. The first people to go missing, Miles Carter, vanished 2 weeks ago. Coincidentally, we detected the D-Wave in the Outer Rim at the same time. Right at the mansion where the Torch of Salvation is holding its gatherings. Something about this stinks, right? I really like Kay. She's cute. That's why something seemed off. It's a bit early to be pulling a long face, don't you think? Huh? There's plenty left to read, see? Ada flips through several pages and sketches whip past, each one capturing the mutations people undergo after the injections in excruciating detail. A man's arm is fused with machine-like tissue, forming a spear. A woman with blades growing where her legs should be. A man with a bloated, swollen body as if he'd been submerged in water for too long. Another woman with dozens of thorn-like tendrils sprouting from her back. And even someone whose face had collapsed and sagged down to their chest. With each turn of the page, the figures in the sketches grow more grotesque. Told you. If you plan to keep reading, brace yourself. It only gets worse. Are you okay, Ada? Huh? Even after seeing all of this? Well, I wouldn't say I'm unaffected. More like, I've just gotten used to it. Barry, does that answer your question? That'll do. Ada flips through several pages once again. Horrifying sketches flash, and then a page filled with crimson eyes appears. You already know what kind of experiments they conducted here for the Neo-virus. If you want to dig deeper, start here. And if you're curious enough to look through more of those disturbing sketches, I won't stop you. I'll pass. I turn the page, and a passage comes into view. Human life falls into oblivion. Blah, blah, blah. This is the same shit as earlier! Death is the path to salvation, blah-bitty blah-bitty blah. Beneath the passage is a sketch of a house engulfed in flames. The roof has collapsed, and through the opening, raptures with glowing red cores pour in. Even as the fire consumes the house, and even as it crumbles, the people smile, welcoming the raptures, as if their arrival were something glorious, as if it was the people's calling. I'm not sure, but maybe this is what the Torch of Salvation is after. I know Ada's right, but I don't want to believe it. I don't want to accept what the sketches are showing me. Right. Wouldn't it be nice if only the things we want to believe came true? But the world doesn't work that way. On the next page, this time it's not some cryptic passage, but a message filled with profanity. The traitor walks among us. A punishment for the betrayer of the faith. Truth for the betrayer of the faith. Purification. Salvation. Remember what I said earlier? Members of the Torch of Salvation believe raptures are divine judges, and that by dying to their hand leads to salvation. That's why they want to go up to the surface, and that's why they offer themselves as sacrifice. But it doesn't add up. Who are these people actually offering themselves to, and why? There aren't raptures here to save them. And it's a sacrifice for what, exactly? The words on the open page catch my eye. Punishment, truth, and purification. Salvation for the betrayers. If someone had kept them in line, it wouldn't have gone this far. And now they have gone too far. Beyond the point of no return. And this, Ada runs her fingertip beneath the altar as she finishes speaking, is the result. Her finger is coated with red liquid. If there's no going back, then we need to at least stop it from going further. This can't go on. I'll do what I can. Good. Ada turns the page. I won't interrupt anymore. Go ahead, read carefully. Aren't you curious about how they ended up with such misguided beliefs? On the page Ada flips to, the following words are written. I was happy. The lazy days I spent with my husband and my daughter, I can still remember them perfectly. Gathering at the dinner table, watching TV, quiet conversations. You'd better check this properly if you want to keep things from getting any worse. With a faint smile, Ada leans against the wall and closes her eyes, as if forcing herself to keep her promise not to disturb you. When I first met her, I thought I couldn't read her mind. I still think that's the case, but there's one thing I'm sure of. The answer I gave was exactly what she wanted to hear. Keep staring like that and your girlfriend's gonna get jealous. No, I'm reading it. Keep things from spiraling, I turn away from Ada and her inscrutable smile, and turn back to the journal. She's so mysterious! Hi, Gio! Hello! Oh my gosh. Wow. Honestly, banger event. Maybe it's just me in my opinion, but I really liked it. I thought that was really good, actually. Some of the NIKKE writing can be a bit boring sometimes to me on these events, but I think this one was pretty good. I would really like for NIKKE to do a little bit more elaboration on the whole, like, shit they have going on between the Outer Rim and the central government and the Ark. But, like, with everything that happened with Moran and the, you know, like, the bunny girls and all the shit going on with, like, Mustang, I feel like we're kind of due for a lore drop on the Outer Rim and why things are run the way they are. Like, I have some opinions, some headcanons, some theory crafting, if you will, about why the Outer Rim works the way it does. And I think there is a pretty significant part of me after reading Breddy's event that seems to be convinced that a lot of the Splendimin is made from people. Like, I'm just being honest. I think Splendimin is made from people. I think it is a Soylent Green situation. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. That's just my theory. Wait, thank you for the resub, Gio. Welcome, welcome. I'm actually gonna take a second. I'm gonna go get some more water. And then I'm gonna... How long have I been streaming? When did I start? Hold on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go through and do some of the mini game. I'm gonna play some of the mini game while I let this event run and while I get some water. BRB. Okay, perfect timing. Hi, Okami! Hello! Happy spoopy season! Oh, man, I love Halloween. I think a Resident Evil collab for October is just too perfect. It honestly does make me want to play Resident Evil again. Like, one of the Resident Evil games. I really want to play Village. Village looks genuinely super interesting and fun. I love being chased by monsters. It's so fun. Oh, wait, I want to do the minigame. Ow, ow! Thank you for the ow, 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 ow! Ow, ow! Okay, minigame. Ugh, Dee's event skin is really cute, too. I like the cop outfit. Like, look how cute this minigame is. Okay. Jill, Claire, and I don't have Ada yet. Alright, I'm gonna try Claire. I haven't done Claire yet. I've only been playing with Jill. Ow, ow. I wish I was full of moldy cheese. I prefer my cheese to be fresh and delicious. But you know what? I'm not that picky. All cheese is moldy cheese, technically. Okay. AoE is king. How's it going? Pretty good. We just went through and read all of the new Resident Evil collab event story. It was pretty good. I actually liked it. I liked it more than I thought I would. Now, I am playing the Resident Evil event minigame. I fucking love Soylent. Oh my god. Okay, I'll go for AoE damage then. Oh, I can upgrade them by stacking them on top of each other? Oh! Whoops. I didn't know that. There we go. The music is actually so good. I've been really liking the sound design on these events. It's really cute. There. I'm gonna do my expansions like that. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, I got it. That's cute. I like that. Wow, I got so far on my other runs and I wasn't even upgrading my guns. That's really funny. Upgrade weapons. I've spent entirely too much time in this minigame. Oh my god, 600,000? I don't think I'm that cool. I honestly don't know what my highest score has been, but it can't be that high considering I was literally not upgrading my weapons. I'll do that for right now. 800,000? I need to check my union scores as well because I have people in my union who are also like that. They go fucking crazy. Absolutely sicko mode. I honestly really like the grid inventory system in the Resident Evil games. Mabinogi uses kind of a similar system, and I've always found it kind of cute. It's like Tetris. Kind of cute, kind of fun. How good are the grenades? Are the grenades worth keeping over the actual weapons? Also, if you weren't aware, the gold you have left over after a run lets you purchase upgrades in the menu. Ooh. Grenades are really good. Okay, alright, good. How's the volume on the music, by the way? Is the BGM loud enough? Purple quality stuns or slows, I forget which. So far, this is the only purple I have. I think it's a shotgun. Music's good, IMO? Okay, good. Good shit. Oh, what the fuck is this? I don't know what that is, but I want it. Oh, it's a flamethrower! Oh shit, fuck yeah. That's awesome! What the hell? Oh, fuck yeah. We're flamin'. This. Assault rifle. Uh-oh. The flamethrower is janky. Yeah, I don't think I can fit the assault rifle in here. Oh well. I need a little more inventory space. Before Jill released for the minigame, grenades and flamethrowers were meta to get high score. So definitely don't don't get rid of my grenades or my flamethrower then. Is that why Vex was saying AoE is king earlier? The AoE meta is real. The music is so good. I will say, I don't think there's a single collab I have played in NIKKE where I have not absolutely loved the music. Like, seriously, I can't think of a single collab that hasn't had good music, IMO. NIKKE's music is always great. Oh yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I'm loving the minigame of music. Chef kiss. I really like Resident Evil's sound design in general. I love atmospheric horror games with, like, just little touches of music, you know? Music applied, well applied at good points in the story is just, exquisite. Delicious. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't have any more room. I didn't mean to press refresh. I'm sorry. Trying to decide if I want to move any of this. Yeah. Vex, what's the highest score you've gotten? Because I've seen Vex playing this a little bit on his own. I don't think I've gotten like a top score in my union on a minigame in a long time. That's good enough. Inventory management hard. Yeah, I think that's the best I can do. 80 or 100k. I want to unlock Ada. I haven't even, what is this? I don't even know what her ability does. Flares. I didn't even read it. I'm pretty sure Jill's is like a bomb that wipes out the whole stage. But I didn't read Claire's before I picked her earlier. Ooh. That's my first gold upgrade, I think. Boom. Get him, Claire. Normal AoE. Okay. I want to get a gold grenade. I don't think I've seen a single flamethrower though since I got that first one. Oh my god, easy. I literally just manifested it. Oh, delicious. Exquisite. We love to see it. Pierce attack? No, we're gonna go normal. I have a lot of those normal attack guns. Use the free refresh? Okay, I'll use it on the next shop. Okay. Could've been worse. Does it go any higher than gold? Gold's the highest. Is there any point in having multiple of the same weapon? Like if I have multiple gold grenades? Oh, okay. Alright. That's nice. Okay, that was a good roll. Oh, a syringe. Okay, that's good. That's good enough for now. Whoa! Cool music! I've never gotten this far, so I'm loving the new music. Oh my god! I love it! The music, like, okay, the music and the story was fine. The sound design was good and everything, but oh my god, this is so good. Very cute. I'm loving this. Oh, fuck yeah. That's what I was just making space for. I want to make a blue flamethrower. The purple effects can stack and hit different areas of the field depending on the weapon. Grenades slow entire field if you have a lot of them. Ooh, okay. Ooh, bet. Yeah, this is really fun. I'm loving this little minigame. This is really cute. I like this a lot more than the one they just had for that bunny event. Like, no offense to the cookie run event minigame, but I did not like it at all. It was really janky, and it was really difficult to play. Kind of giving, like, Undertale. Use Claire's ability. Oh, it like heals the barrier. Okay, I see. Gotcha. I'll use it off cooldown. Dang, I just don't have enough room. I need space. Normal blaze zone duration. Okay, all right, I'll save my gold. I couldn't help myself. I wanted to gamble a little. Once you get the flamethrower to purple, you'll understand. I don't, you know, unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna try though. I do want a purple flamethrower really bad. I think the most difficult NIKKE minigame I can think of in recent history was probably that, what was that auto battler one? Oh, I think that was part of, Siren, Little Mermaid. I think that was part of Little Mermaid's event. That one was so fucking hard. It was like a flash game, auto battler type of thing. It was really difficult for me. I even had people in chat, like, backseating helping me with it, and I was still really struggling. Well, that's nice. Oh shit, I'm at 10%. I don't think I'm getting much further than this. You can do it, Claire! Oh, I didn't combine the two Oh, that's sad. Oh well. I thought, I even, like, purchased the flamethrower with the intent to fuse them, and I didn't. That's really sad. I'm not sure if a purple flamethrower was gonna save that last wave, but... damn. Okay, alright, upgrades. Gold, attack, EXP, enhanced monsters, inventory, weapon removal, refresh attempt, trait options, attack of all weapons. I usually, when I do these on my own, I only do the attack. I always go for offense stats. I don't know if that's the play. That's what I do. Always start with gold. Alright, income. Gold gain increase. Alright, now what? High grade weapon in shop. EXP doesn't seem good, right? Maybe inventory? Oh, EXP, really? EXP then attack? Alright, that's all I can do right now. I do try to do the mini games at least once per day, because typically during these events they give you a little bit of gems for at least attempting the mini game. So even if I don't get a good score, I do try my best. Alright, let me see if there's anything else for me to do before I get off. Let me see. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the battle pass skins for the playable characters from the collabs, but oh my god. Wait, what the heck? I have got to show you guys what these battle pass skins look like. It is absolutely bananas. So this is what she comes in. This is what Jill looked like in the event. She looks very normal. I'm pretty sure this is exactly what she looks like in the game that she comes in. Or in the game that she debuts in. Yeah, this is what she looks like normally. This is her default. Oh my god, she's so hot. She's so pretty. And then this is the free costume they give us. So every collab character gets like a free alternate costume. This is the one they have given us for Jill. I'm actually not sure what outfit this is. Oh, this is from the movie. Okay, yeah, I've never seen the Resident Evil movies. Personally, I like her game outfit better. That's just me. I like it better. But this isn't too bad. I don't really understand the jacket tied around her waist, but, you know, she looks cute. She She looks very casual, very trendy. Personally, I definitely prefer the Battle Pass skin over all of them, though. This is from, I don't know which Resident Evil, but this is the one where Wesker fucks her up, right? Yeah, Resident Evil 5. This is the one where Wesker, like, sticks the fucking this thing in her chest. It was a huge thing back in the day. I mean, yeah, but, I mean, she's supposed to be like a cop in a survival horror situation. And she's just got like a cute, trendy little jacket wrapped around her. It's just kind of funny to me. It's not very, it's very, like, aesthetic and not very, like, practical. Yeah, Wesker brainwashes her. I love this outfit, though. It's giving, like, Zero Suit Samus. You know what I mean? I love this. Very cool. Fuck Wesker. You know, fuck him. But the suit is very cool looking. What? I mean, she's... I mean, okay, like, maybe she's wearing layers, but, like, why is she wearing, like, a... This is, like, the shittiest, most flimsy sheen cardigan I've ever seen. Like, even if she was trying to bring layers, shouldn't she have, like, a cop jacket or something? Like a leather jacket? Claire has a leather jacket, and she's not even a cop. Alright, hold on. Where is... Here we go, Ada. So this is what she looked like in the story. This is the red dress they had her wearing. But, I'm not sure where all of her red dresses come from, but I really like this one better. The sweater dress? Oh my god, chef kiss. Resident Evil 3, I think? Oh my god. Like, I love the sweater dress. This is crazy. This is such a good look. This is iconic. With the thigh-high latex boots. Like, good golly. Like, good god. She's so hot. I don't really care for the Battle Pass skin. Like, she's pretty. Like, yeah, she looks pretty. But oh my god. Iconic. Genuinely iconic. Her crossbow is so cool, too. Does it work like a sniper rifle in the actual gameplay? Like in NIKKE? I haven't used her yet. In any stages that I've actually watched the gameplay of. Wait, let me see. Does Claire have anything? I doubt she does. Like, look at that. Look at Claire's, like, she's got the fucking... Oh my god. She's got the perfect combination of, like, trendy and practical. I love it. Yeah, she doesn't have any other costumes. It's just this one. She looks so cool, though. Honestly, I think all of the Resident Evil characters look pretty good. They do look like they've just been put through an anime filter, but I'm not complaining. I think they look cool. Sweater is RE4. Check her back, please. Oh, the biker thing that was on her jacket? God dang, that booty. That is just NIKKE in a nutshell, TBH. The logo on her back is toned down. Oh yeah, you can see it on the back of her chibi. It's not, like, super detailed. Is it like an Angel Marilyn Monroe? I can't really read the words on it. Claire is so cool. I love the footwear on all three of these characters. They're so stylish and badass. They fit perfectly with NIKKE. Like, I like the anime collabs, but I like the more realistic ones. Even the Evangelion collabs were like, it was very, ooh, cute, like, this is school life, teenagers, blah, blah, blah. And I was not super into it, TBH. I was like, okay. But I love how with this one, it's just unabashedly like, yes, everybody's dying horribly on screen, and you're gonna like it. You're gonna listen to blood-curdling screams, and you're gonna love it. It's supposed to be yellow/gold on red. Oh yeah, it looks like it's just black. I don't think they really added that much detail, you're right. Okay, I'm gonna open up my stuff, upgrade my characters, and I think I'm probably done for the night. I have a lot of Raptor cores to open though, so... Open my boxes with me. My NIKKE unboxing. It's just me opening all of these fucking upgrade materials. This is just playing gacha games in a nutshell, constantly opening things. Ooh, who is this? Is that new? Is this a character I don't have? Oh, it's Blanc. I got 2 Blancs! What the hell? Okay. I don't know why it said it was new, like I don't own a copy of Blanc already. That was kind of weird. Can I get an SR from this too? Okay, yeah, okay. Alright, let me open these and see if I can upgrade my synchro thingy. Mewing berry? Who the hell is that? I don't do any mewing. Me? Mewing? That's a bug on those molds? Oh, it always says they're new. Gotcha. I haven't really opened those molds very often. I had no idea they were bugged like that. My Blanc is already... There we go. There we go. Then I'll go ahead and collect my battle pass missions. Oh my god. Oh, Okami! Thank you for the resub! Thank you, thank you. Oh, my VTuber isn't moving. Great. Yeah, I did mention at the beginning of the night that I was hoping my VTuber would work, and I guess it's not. Thank you, Okami! Thank you for the resub! Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try and move so that I can say that. Sorry, I didn't even notice that my VTuber was, like, frozen. I've been having issues with my... I don't know what it is. Every time I stream, I have issues with my model. I even mentioned it right before stream. I go to lurk a while and Zodiac gifted me a sub here. I know, I even told him, I was like, I'm pretty sure he's lurking, but if he was here, I'm sure he would thank you. It's because you don't use it often. I don't think that's true. It's been working most of the stream? Okay, that's good. I haven't really been keeping track. Also, kind of a crappy way to phrase that. Just saying. Yeah, last time I streamed with it, it was just really having trouble staying connected to my PC through my Wi-Fi. And, literally everything I tried to fix it didn't work. And when I checked my internet, it was like, ah, yeah, your internet with your iPhone isn't working. And there was, like, nothing I could really do to fix it. Okay. Well, I think NIKKE is frozen. It opened, like, a terms of service page for me for some reason. And now I can't get out of it. Yeah, it's, like, stuck on my page. Uh-oh. Okay, well, I guess that's enough NIKKE then. Wait, can I collect this? There we go. Yeah, alright. Okay, that's a good place to stop. I don't want to have to restart the game anyway. Let me see who's streaming. Let me see who's live. And then I'm gonna go raid out. Let's see. At least your model's moving now. Thank God. I like it when she works. Alright. Ooh, we're gonna go... Okay, we're gonna go raid Lyra. I want to go raid Lili. About the issue with stream is like usual OBS or Twitch stuff. I have a recommendation. No, I'm talking about VTube Studio. It's with my VTuber, and it's more specifically, it's my internet. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the NIKKE read-through. I enjoyed it. I liked the story. I thought it was pretty good. I was skeptical on my way in, but like by the end, I definitely turned around and I started enjoying it. I'm gonna raid Lili. So if you guys don't know who Lyra is, she is a moth VTuber. She is a good friend of mine. I moderate her stream from time to time. She is currently playing a horror game. Honestly, it's pretty similar to Resident Evil. It's called Rule of Rose. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It is a really, really cool atmospheric horror game that I liked a lot when I was younger. So if you guys want to stick around for the raid, if you guys want to support Lili, here are my socials. Or sorry, if you want to support me, here are my socials. I have a Discord that I'm really active in, if that is the sort of thing you're into. I also have a Twitter. I have a YouTube for both my edited content and my unedited VODs. I also, well, I don't have a Tumblr anymore. I got terminated, but, you know, I've got a lot of different socials. If you want to follow me on any of those or join the community, I'm not as active on Twitch as I used to be, so, you know, if you want to stay in touch, check out my other social media. We also have merch if you guys like my design or if you liked hanging out and you want to check it out. We also have raid messages if you guys would like to copy and paste one. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. So that first raid message, it will use a channel emote if you are subscribed to the channel. Obviously, there's no pressure if you don't want to subscribe or if you don't have the money, if you don't like my channel, whatever, I don't care. You can copy and paste the second raid message. It's got free emotes, so you don't have to worry about paying for anything. But yeah, thank you guys. I hope you have a good night. Enjoy your time with Lili. Have a good spooky season. I hope I'll see you again before the end of the month. Goodbye! Bye-bye! Hello? There you go.